cherish millenniums, decades, squadron.
I think they're ready. Yo, drop that on them. Turn that DJ on. Turn that DJ on.
One time like this.
I said ready or not, here I come. You can't handle. I'm gonna find you and take it slowly. I said ready or not, here I come. You can't handle. I'm gonna find you and make you want. Hey, yo, now that I got stage sleep, walk away. Those who correlate, they know the world vacate. Shell bars ain't gold to cake. Those who fake, they break. When it means they 400-pound leg, if I could rule the world, everyone will have a gun in them. Got to a course when you dig up on their horse shot. I kick around, I'm tricking moonshine. I pour a sip on the concrete, but it is speech, but no, don't eat. Wake up to the state of sleep, thinking about the robbery that I did last week. The money's in the bag, the bank, you look like a drag. I wanna play with pound of kiss from here to Baghdad. Gun blast, think fast, I think I'm hit. Girl, pinch my hips to see if I still exist. I think not, I'll send a letter to my friends. I wanna get hooligan, I'm to the king again. Ready or not, here I come, you can't hide. I'm gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come, you can't hide you. I'm gonna find you and make you want me. I play my enemies like a game of chess where I rest. No stress if you don't smoke cess, yes. I must confess, my destinies manifest. In some vortex and sweats, I make tracks like I'm homeless. Rap poetry supporting your past. Capture your bounty like elegant passion. Bless you if you represent the fool, but I hate you with some bitches through if you do. I can do what you do, easy, believe me. Certain niggas give me heat. So while you imitating Al Capone, I'll be needing some more. And defecating on your microphone, ready or not. Here I come, you can't hide. I'm gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come, you can't hide. I'm gonna find you and make you want me. You can't run away from me, sounds like hey Austin, cause I You can't hide from the Bible. Ready or not, the refugees taking over. Buffalo soldier, dreadlock, rasta. On the top tower, fly high in my palmer. Fools off a cover, now they under pushing up flowers. Superfly, do or die, true lies. Only per fly with my crew from the kind. I refugee from Guantanamo Bay. I'm going tears around your border like a cancer thing. Nothing ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. I'm gonna find you and take it slowly. Is it ready or not? Here I come. You can't hide. I'm gonna find you and make you want me. Ready, ready, are you ready? Are you? Ready, 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 ready. Are you? Ready or not? Ready or not? Are you? Ready or not? Ready or not? Are you? Ready, 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 ready. Are you? Ready, 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 ready. Are you? Ready or not? Ready or not? Are you? Ready or not? Ready or not? I said ready or not? Here I come. You can't hide. I'm gonna find you and take it slowly. Is it ready or not? Here I come. You can't hide. I'm gonna find you and make you want me.
Come here. Come here. Mic check. Let's cut this down a little bit. Mic check. Stephanie Hyde, what's good, fam? We missed you. Let me fix this light. Haven't seen you in a while. How you? You said under the weather. Let's do a mic check. Who's with me? Let me know if you're here. Short show today. Don't have much, but I thought I would come. Yesterday was a very long day for me. Right after I got off the air, I jumped right onto a meeting that should have started at 3 o'clock. It started late and it ran late. And, hey, what can I say? I'll just say it ran late. Let's just say that. It continued over till today. Think I got everything worked out on what I was working on. Deanna says you may need a energy drink today, Wyatt. Folks fired up after the LW show. About what? I didn't see it. I mean, they always worked up. I welcome any conversation, but I'm just saying about what? Oh, my guy. I don't know. I don't think it was Twin. I shouldn't even said that. Can you guys hear me? Are we okay on the sound? But I had my guy tell me, he texted me and said my guy Rufus Johnson was on there, right? Y'all know that's my OG. Like that's my OG. So I always try to catch up with Rufus, man. Matter of fact, we've talked before. I've called him, he's called me. That's my OG. All right. And we've had conversations. Thank you, Terry, for sharing the show. Let me give props to Terry, who always share the show. And, it's funny how you think people support you, but they don't share you. I mean, that ain't shade. I'm just saying that's the ultimate way to share the show. I think it's very selfish of you. I think it's very selfish of you to come here and to seek all this for yourself. What about your friends and family and the people that even if you want to embarrass me, even if you want to say that's that guy that, he don't know what he be talking about, girl, I'll be over there tripping on him. He's my comedy for the day. Share the comedy. Share the comedy. If I'm real, share the realness. If I'm a fraud, share the fraud. You hear? Why keep it all to yourself? That's all I'm asking. I don't run commercials. I don't do any of that. I just say, hey, why don't you just share the show? You got people that don't even know we exist. I guess that's my fault. But, I come from a world where when I'm doing something with someone, if I rock with them, sorry, I'm getting messages. If I rock with them, I like they shit. I might not even read the whole text. No offense to my people, but that's how much I got respect and love for you. You get on the post on Facebook or whatever it is where you can see the acknowledgement from people. I get on, if I see somebody to post something and I see it and I don't even feel like reading it because I can see that it's some long, some shit and it ends with an amen. I might not have read everything, but I'm gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna show support. You might have just said F me and my family. But if me and you cool, you ain't gonna say that. But I'm gonna definitely like it. I might even heart it. Now, if you get a heart from me, I read it. I agree with you. If I don't agree with you, you're still my dude. You're still my girl. I'm still gonna like it. I might not agree with what you said, but I'm gonna like it. We get 600-700 people watch the show, and I be getting 21 likes. And you hear, and that person, people that don't like it, be here every day. I just don't understand it. Thank you, Ross. Ross just shared it, fam. Shouldn't have to call people out on little bitty bullshit like this. I'm just saying. I'm just being honest, man. Like, if I'm on somebody else's show, because I'll like it. If I watch it or whatever, I'll like it. You feel me? Like, that's just it's almost like saying thank you. You feel me? Like if somebody hold the door for you, you don't know that person. You just walk in. If you walking into a department store or walking into a restaurant and someone holds the door for you, you just gonna walk on in, ain't gonna say, they're not gonna acknowledge them or none of that. No, you always turn to a stranger and say, well, thank you. Thank you for holding the door for me. So I guess hitting a like is a form of saying thank you. Let's just look at it that way. Now, I know I might get 1 or 2 likes more on this one versus any other one that we do, but that's okay. I ain't tripping on that. It wasn't even really to get likes. It was just to let you know that I know. And you know what? That didn't even come from me. I stole that from a guy, y'all know Rick Ross, the rapper. I stole that. I stole what I just told you was so real, I had to steal it. He was like, man, I wake up in the morning, I get on my little thing. He's talking about social media. He was like, I don't care if one of my little homies selling lemonade out on the street and I see what they doing, I'm gonna like it. I wish I had a Rick Ross voice. But I stole that from him. He's absolutely right. I mean, sometimes we so selfish. We want everything for ourselves we want to either keep it to ourselves or we want to be the first one to get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like that Jordan syndrome, the Michael Jordan syndrome of tennis shoes. Yeah, let me give you a little analogy on that. We grew up in the Jordan era, Michael Jordan tennis shoe era, and him playing the game, the best player to ever do it. And when the Jordans would drop, the shoes would drop. Wait a minute, hold on. Sierra said you have to align your social media key performance indicators based on your goals. If you're trying to grow, then likes aren't the most important indicator. The likes are for me. That's just a hello. I'm not trying to kill the algorithms and things of that nature, Sierra. I could have been done that. I would have done that when dropping a whole lot of other people was calling and was like, hey, let's make this, let's grow. You're doing good. You're getting better. You seem like you want to really do this. And I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I'm doing it the way I do it. It's like my whole explanation to this, Sierra, was I like your stuff when I see it. It ain't because I'm trying to help you grow. It's because I'm showing you, okay, I respect, you my partner. Like Rick Ross was saying, I hit like on things I don't even like. I stole that from him. That's all I'm saying. And if you don't like it, that's cool. I'm not tripping on that. I just find it to be awfully odd that if you get 600 or 700 people and you get the same 21 people that hit the like, I respect the 21 people. Like, okay, I see that as saying thank you. I hear you. Thank you. Feel me? That's all I'm saying. I think anybody look at that put this kind of work or put this kind of time in. Yeah, if I really wanted to go out and do this look, here's the thing. People don't really know me here in St. Pete. You feel me? Like I didn't grow up in St. Pete. It's just where we wanted to lay our head and kind of, retire. But in Cincinnati, I don't want to be a big name of broadcasting in Cincinnati. It's not a good thing when you're on my side of the tracks. It's not a good thing to say the things that I say. Or, and here go the thing. Here go the pump fake, Sierra. Check this out. I'm talking to Sierra. Everybody else relax. Check this out, Sierra. Do you know how many people hit me up on the side and be like, keep going, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep speaking that truth. Or when I'm out on the streets in Cincinnati, you know how many people be like, oh yeah, hey Wyatt, I'll be watching your show, man. I'll be checking you out. I'll be like, damn, I never seen you on there. Are you on the alias, or do you have a social media name or something of that nature? What you got going on where I don't see you? I know your name. I know your real name, but what's your social media name? I'll look out for you. I'll shoot you out a shout. He'd be like, oh, no, I just be checking it out. I'm in and out every once in a while. I watch it. Then I got people that say, man, I watch that every day, every time. What's your name? What's your social media name? Oh, Devilwood or some old shit. He make up something. Yeah, I don't never see no Devilwood here. I'm just saying, you got some people that just, and they probably telling the truth. Like I told you, there's people that walk in, but they don't log in. They watch, but they watch from a distance. Some of them for reasons of the association, the affiliation. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't really want it to be seen or known because of whatever motivational reason they have. Some of them like to be the type of people that cheer from a distance, which I appreciate. I love it. I used to do that when I listened to talk radio back in the days. I never called in. I never engaged in the show. I was just checking the temperature of the city. That's what I did. I knew what was going on. I didn't really involve myself in politics or, I didn't involve myself in that. I had enough mentors around me early in business where they were telling me a lot more than what I was listening to. I didn't find that stuff to be entertaining when I was younger. It wasn't entertaining for me because, I could hear this. It's like listening to the same shit right now. They're talking about the same thing now that they were talking about back then. So unfortunately, the only thing that changes is the people in office. And when the Democrats are doing something, the Republicans are bitching. When the Republicans are doing something, the Democrats are bitching. So I don't really get into the back and forth bitching. All right. I don't get into it. All I look at is results. I look at results at everything that I do. I don't pay attention to the people that's mad at somebody else's results. And I don't get mad at the people who screaming about, we need to do this, we need to do that. Bro, I ain't got time for shit like that. I'm a doer. I get shit done. I'm sorry. I hate to make it sound like it's about me, but I don't surround myself around procrastination or liars. People who had an opportunity to do everything they saying that needs to be done right now, they had an opportunity to do it when they had the ball. They didn't score a touchdown when they had the ball. The defense was light. You know what I'm saying? They didn't score a touchdown, but yet they want to now talk about how powerful the other offense is. And now they want to bitch and complain about how the other offense is playing dirty. They running foul, man. They running for no. You had an opportunity to do what you needed to do and you didn't do it. So now instead of talking to your base and telling them what you're gonna do for them and encouraging them to let's go ahead and you want to talk dirty about the other side. I told y'all I don't do the politics shit back then when I was telling you all they do is talk bad about one another. And I say that's that same shit. That's that high school lunchroom table shit. I don't get into stuff like that. You feel me? If I can't tell you something that's going to change your life from your actions, then we ain't talking about it. I ain't never looking for somebody else to change my life. That's just how it go. That's how it go. Over here, how we talk and how we walk. That's probably why we don't have as many viewers. That's probably why people don't engage. And I know in social media, it's a little bit different than how radio has been over the years or whatever. Whatever you listen, watch TV shows or whatever, anything that you can engage in and people know that you're there. I think social media is totally different. I think more people engage in social media than they do in anything. But I think that shows like, these podcasts tend to have more involvement from the audience than ever before, than any other platforms. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think when radio starts, it doesn't matter if you're listening to you know, your local channel, that a black channel or a conservative channel, they all get the same amount of callers, and it's usually the same callers. You see what I'm saying? It's usually the same little pack of people that tend to engage that way, you know, call in. It's just a natural thing. I'm learning. I'm 5 years in. I'm learning. Some might think, man, you've been doing it long enough to understand. No, no. I'm new to all of it, not just podcasting. I'm new to the equipment. I'm new to everything, every aspect of this social media thing. I'm new to it, everything about it. So I'm still in a learning stage, you know, and in that learning stage, I've been able to understand and to grow and to learn how to expand, Sierra. I know how to go on, I know how to make it go viral if I really wanted to, but there comes a responsibility when you do stuff like that. I mean, it's gonna sound kind of weird, and it's gonna sound like some fake humble, but like I tell y'all all the time, I would rather have 100 real people than 1,000 fake people. And it's not hard to go viral. It's not really hard to go do something and make it where 10,000 people are watching. It's not that hard to do it. I can make a phone call or two and make stuff like that happen. I just choose not to. And I know that might sound a little arrogant, but it's true. If I really wanted to talk about things that really brought a huge base in, I would get away from the things we talk about every day. I would talk about, I would go into sports. Roz was here. Some of y'all were here. I can almost interview anybody in sports, but you know, that doesn't really change our life. That's not really talking about anything. Roz, Stephen Speed, what's good, bro? What's good, Kim? What's good, Black Lion? Black Lion in the building, y'all. Stephen Speed said radio and cable industry is on a decline while streaming seeing record numbers. Yeah, I mean, and I'm not, look, bro, listen. You know how easy it is for me to go over to another platform and raise hell, deny everybody whatever they talking about, be the total opposite, be not necessarily the class clown, but just be, you know, objective to everything and just start raising hell. I've seen people do it on the internet. I've seen Charleston White do it on the internet. I've seen some people do it on the internet locally in Cincinnati. And see, some of them people, they so crazy. I know a little dude that came on here and talked one time. He's starting to do that shit. And see, me, I got shit to do tomorrow. I can't be worried about when I'm in Kroger. If I'm in Cincinnati, I can't be worried if I'm in Kroger, somebody looking at me crazy and ready to do something to me because of how I feel about my life or what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for shit like that. I don't need no fake ass celebrity love. No, I don't do that. You know? No, that's okay. Rod says, Wyatt, your show, I'm assuming it is motivational. You bless me and don't even know it. I hope, because that's the whole purpose, Roz. That's the whole purpose. He says, last year I was chasing foreheads. Oh, snap. He says, now I'm chasing chips. That's okay. I'm happy. I'm proud. Remember when we first started, who was here? I don't know if they all here yet. When we first started, what did we say? I said, look, man, I'm not here for you to, I'm not here to make any money off of you. I'm not here to do anything that's gonna cost you for you to be here. I said, if I can do something to change one person's life and it motivates them to open up a business and do real good, the only payback, the only thing that I look for in return, and I'm not even going to ask for it, I'm not going to really look for it. The only thing I'm going to ask you to do is to one day reach out to me and just tell me that I was part of your change in life. It's the only thing I've ever asked. I've been here 5 years, 192 days. And that's the only thing I've been asking. 94 days, excuse me. That's it. And I take pride in it, man. That's why I ignore a lot of things that are said and written. Like, I ignore it on purpose. Because what it does is it drags you into that mentality. It drags you into how people really feel about you. And I'm not here to entertain people's feelings about me. I'm here to entertain on the things that are going on around you, within you, that type of stuff. Let me go to the phone lines, get one in real early before I get started. I don't have much to talk about today. I do have to talk about the incident in Cincinnati that happened with the, I think it went to court this morning up in Hamilton County. And it was about the 31-year-old that shot the 12-year-old. Yeah, you might be shocked of my opinion on that one. Let me go to the phone lines real fast. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, it's Ron.
Ron, what's good, bro? Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, but look, check it out. I know you can hear me when I'm on the phone until you click over and everybody else can't hear me. That's why I say what I said. I think you can hear me.
I didn't hear you, Ron. I had the speaker shut all the way down, to be honest with you. I'm sorry.
I told you
want me to mute?
You
want me to mute?
I told you something. No. I just told you something that.
Go ahead, bro.
I just said something that I wasn't gonna repeat. But for real, it's a trip because, locally, and with the podcast that we watch, and it's a trip because I look at everybody's comments, see who in the room, and I be observant. Because a lot of people have taught me a lot of things, but you and Pharaoh, you know who Pharaoh is.
Pharaoh
taught me. Yep. You and Pharaoh have taught me the most. Oh well, and you taught me, and you made me go deeper with everything that you said. Now, of course, with Pharaoh, I don't spend money, on holidays and all that other shit like I used to, because I just sat back and now granted, I don't have grandkids, so it may make a difference, but I analyze that, and I'm like, what for?
What do you mean? Wait a minute, Ron. Let me interrupt you if I may. I'm sorry. I just want to catch up. You're saying that you don't celebrate holidays anymore because you don't have kids or the grandkids around anymore, right? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that I don't do it anymore because of Pharaoh. I would spend money on different people that if I celebrated that, but I don't do it because it's not necessary, and when you talked about that spending and the stock in Cash App year before last, and I didn't even think about it.
About what? In Cash App?
The stock options in Cash App.
Okay, yeah.
So I can pull my stock in Cash App.
Okay.
And of course I didn't know that you could just like invest money in there, and it didn't matter what amount of money you invested. And I got that I got that going on for myself.
Good.
So we learned a lot about a lot of things and during listening to these podcasts, especially with you and Emmanuel and Lincoln, especially locally, all of you, getting those different points of views and all that other stuff. And I think you pretty much are the sensible, logical.
Well, I think that there would be some people that would disagree with that, but I appreciate it. But
I mean, we think alike.
On some things, brother. On some things, I don't agree with everything with you, and you don't agree with everything with me. I'm sure.
Yeah, and it's a trip because I have to reverse course on a lot of things that you tell me, and I wanted to tell you one thing.
Well, wait a minute.
I had to reverse.
Okay, tell me that one thing, but let me ask you a question.
No,
Let me ask. You know, I'm one of them guys that you didn't cussed out and slammed the phone down on and called me the end and just choked me out, bro.
Oh,
you
man,
did me dirty, bro, for somebody. You complimenting me like, wait a minute, wait a minute, bro.
Don't do that,
wait
man.
a minute. Did I interrupt you, bro? I mean,
don't do that, man.
Bro, I'm just saying, I've been the guy that you have really cussed out because you can hear. You know what I'm saying? You have cussed. Like I let people say what they gonna say. You wouldn't F you Wyatt, then click. You didn't put me on that phone click line, like click. You know what I mean? So we don't agree on everything, Ron, but I ain't got nothing but love for you, brother. You know that. Yeah. I'm glad I've been able to play some impact in your life. I'm glad.
But you ain't like none of my shit, nigga.
I don't see it. First of all, let me just say this. I am not going to like aliens. You think spaceships and shit coming. I wasn't going to like that.
I don't matter, man.
Because we had our differences.
Why do y'all think? Why do y'all think that shit?
Ron, wait a minute, Ron. You said it on my show. You said it's not what I said it was.
I said spaceships and aliens was coming. I said that.
No, wait a minute. Let me rephrase it, okay? So you won't misinterpret, because I'm being 100. Wait a minute. Are you going to let me get it out my mouth?
Go ahead.
All I'm saying, without any interruption, bro, I agreed with you at one point that there was some obstacles, some things, some objects, in the air. And they just, they've been in my neighborhood in Cincinnati forever. And I'm like, yeah, they sit up there, they float. They are drones. And you was like, no, those are not drones. You argued with me. And I said, bro,
those were not drones, nigga. I can't
see. What are they then? What are they? See, if they're not drones, hold on, bro. Damn, give me a sec.
I couldn't explain it.
Wait, let me just ask it before you explain it. If they're not drones, because we gotta let everybody hear. Because when we talk at the same time, it distorts the audio.
Okay.
All right. So let me just say that. If they're not drones, what are they? Because you didn't already say there's some weird shit going on out here. And that leads me to believe that you considering it's something from outer space or some unidentified objects out there.
Wait a minute, it is unidentified.
No, they're drones, Ron. They're drones. I'm identifying it for you, man. I'm identifying it.
Fuck out of here, man.
Wait a minute.
Hold.
Floor is yours. Floor is yours, Ron.
Now pump your brakes.
I just did. I said the floor is yours, bro. Ron, take a breath.
Okay, I know. I'm trying to tell you.
You're gonna have a heart attack on here. Go ahead, Ron. The floor is yours.
Wait a minute, bro. I'm just trying to tell you.
Go ahead, man.
Now, in 2017, it got released that there were UFOs, UAPs, whatever they want to call them, unidentified flying objects, and we knew about it in 2017. Am I correct?
I know that there's been some government releases on some things that they couldn't identify.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Now, there have been congressional hearings on those flying objects. They even said that they recovered bodies from these. They recovered craft. They were back engineering craft, and that they had biological bodies in their possession.
What kind of biological bodies? Wait. I'm asking you. You're talking. I'm asking you to give me information.
Wait a minute. Let me clarify something. That was a congressional hearing,
which don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing to me, because they all be up there lying. They all up there trying to be, something special.
Okay.
I'm just being honest, bro. They all up there trying to be seen on national television.
Was a great ass.
I'm sorry?
What question was your great ass?
I was going to ask you, what type of bodies did they find?
What?
Okay. what type of bodies? You said they identified bodies, right? What were those bodies of?
There were biological entities. I don't know what.
Wait a minute, Ron. It's an easy.
Wait a minute.
But what is it influencing you to believe? Okay, Ron, just answer this for me, brother. So before we fall out, before we fall into the arguing section, I'm asking you to explain what you're saying. That's all I'm asking you to do. And I'm asking. You said that they found bodies. My question to you of that on what you said is, what type of bodies did they find? And you said, I don't know.
I said there were biological entities.
What is that?
That means that there were they can touch them. They had feet. They had hands.
Okay, so was it an abnormal body? Was it a body from some other place?
Hey man, what are you trying to?
No, Ron, I swear on everything I love. I'm asking.
Hey man, the person that was testifying said that they would have to go into a confidential skiff in order for him to reveal the information. How am I going to have it?
But you had enough information to make the assumption that it's an alien, right?
No. Wait a minute.
Why does that rattle you so much? I don't understand, bro.
Because it rattles me because you said something that was untrue and you won't let me explain it.
All I'm doing is repeating what you're saying, Ron. How am I saying something that's not true?
You won't let me explain what you said in order for me to get to the mistake that I made. Now, first of all, there are drones everywhere. There are drones. And I told you there were drones in Hamilton County had drones months ago. Now, what I've seen, and I've seen various amounts, what I've seen, I can't explain. I know that it wasn't a drone because one time it was one object that morphed into two cubes, that morphed into one cube and went off into space. Now, that is what I've seen. Ron,
let me ask you a question. I know you're not, but I just want to.
But wait a minute. Hold on. Because you said something that offends me, and I want to go ahead and make sure that I explain this shit the way it needs to be explained, so motherfuckers can quit lying on me.
Don't worry about them lying on you, Ron.
And quit talking that bullshit because it's necessary for us to. It's necessary. Wait a minute. I'll
take your time.
Just come back to that.
Take your time.
Now, like I said, there are drones, but we know that there are UFOs. I'll call them UFOs because that's what I've been calling them growing up. We know that there are UFOs. Now, with the advent of quantum physics and all that other stuff, they look at that. It's impossible for it to not be. We live on different planes of existence, and it's proven.
Can I ask you a question? I just got to ask you a question. And this is not an insulting question at all. I'm posing this question to the audience, to everyone, and maybe since you're on the phone, you'll just answer it. But does it say anywhere in the Bible about outer space or aliens or anything like that? Does that exist? The birth of aliens?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
I'm asking everybody. Because I don't want you to think I'm tripping. I'm asking everyone.
Okay, ask everyone, but I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll tell you little things.
Okay.
When the children of Israel were going out of Egypt, they followed a cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. Now, it's always been clouds. What would distinguish one cloud from another.
Is that a
How would they
question?
know? Yes. How would they know the smoke cloud to follow?
Oh, okay. I thought it was a rhetorical, but okay.
No,
So
it's a rhetorical question for me.
Okay,
but it's a question for you.
Okay, so they follow a cloud, and your idea.
No.
Wait a minute, bro. Can I get it out?
No, no.
I know I'm wrong, but can I at least say it?
No, you're asking. You're just making a statement, and I asked the question. You're making a statement back to me, and that's that debate shit. I don't want to do the debate shit.
I was asking you a question. I was asking you a question of what.
Don't ask me a question. Answer my question.
But how can I answer a question? Don't you think it's right? It would be thorough of me to ask a question that I may, if I don't understand what you're asking me, can I ask a question?
No, I said, what would distinguish one cloud from another?
The size.
What?
The size. The color. The shape.
Okay.
The distance.
Okay.
There's a million things that I could say that can.
Okay.
And.
Okay. Now, what would a pillar of sky? What would a pillar of fire look like in the sky?
A volcano.
No, they're following a pillar.
A volcano.
So it's not
an erupting. I answered your question. Just tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah,
just tell me I'm wrong, Ron. Just say okay. Then that was my answer.
A volcano is not in a volcano is not in the sky.
Yeah. What? You've never seen a volcano erupt.
What the fuck? Nigga, I'm not saying.
Why I gotta be all that? I'm asking you questions. I'm answering your questions.
That they are not following a volcano. It would say, "Oh, they followed the volcano." No, they followed a pillar of fire in the sky. Now, and I'm gonna just hold you up in that because. When Moses went to Mount Sinai, when Moses went to Mount Sinai, they said it was a burning bush, okay? And they said behind the burning bush was God, and he couldn't look upon God, okay? Now, if the only thing they had to describe light is fire. You didn't have light. You didn't have light. You didn't have light bulbs.
Ron?
The only way the only way that they had to describe fire or describe light is fire, and Elijah went up in a chariot of fire. Now, was in a horse-drawn chariot, and horses caught on fire like the reindeer, and he went up in the outer space.
Ron, if I were you, from what you're talking about, I would not use those type of examples of trying to be sarcastic. I wouldn't do that because it makes it sound even crazier.
Well, you said what descriptions of things are.
So are you
Bible.
saying that fire is only man-made? Is that what you're suggesting? That there's no other way to get light other than man-made fire? Is that what you're suggesting?
Listen.
Is that it?
There was no.
Yes or no, Ron? Yes or no, Ron?
There was no way for them to get light.
No other way to get light other than man-made fire. You sound crazy, bro.
And fire. Where did they get light from?
All right, brother. All right.
But wait a minute. Where did they get light?
Okay.
Where in the Bible? Where back in Moses' time? Back in Moses' time. What distinguishes light?
You know what?
How did they get light? Did they get a lamp?
Did they what? Build a lamp?
Have a lamp?
No, I mean, I just think that there's several different ways that they can follow light without it just being man-made. I don't want to get into a Bible. I probably brought it up.
Well, yeah, you asked the question.
I know, but Ron, you taking this way deeper than it need to be. I'm just telling you this. Wait a minute.
You asked the
Okay,
question.
Ron, I know I did, and I'm sorry that I did. I'm gonna say I'm sorry that I asked this question. But Ron, there's not a million, there's a lot of things that can produce light outside of man-made light. Ron, can you cut your TV down or something, bro?
Wait a minute.
I'm not trying to be funny, but you seen lightning bugs back in the day? Those things. No, wait a minute. Volcanoes produce light. It's fire that erupts in the sky.
Oh my God!
It doesn't.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So Ron, the moral to the story. Let's wrap it up. The moral to the story is.
The moral of the story is: don't be saying that I be talking shit about. I'm saying aliens coming and all that other bullshit.
Ron, it's a suggestion.
Because I haven't. Because it be. Hold on. Because I've taken pictures and sitting. Fucking house. Wait a minute, all around my house. I do that shit. That's the sky. That's the video that I took. Nigga, I ain't manipulating nothing. Okay, so it ain't no issue what I do. And though I ain't said nothing like y'all be saying, and that's that bullshit. Right. I wouldn't say shit, and I was actually going to give you a compliment, but I'm saying what I wouldn't be saying. I don't be saying bullshit around and just be saying bullshit. And you know it's bullshit. And why would you say that?
What did I say, Ron? I didn't.
I mean,
say
it's a trick. But
Ron,
I mean, you know,
you brought up the light in the sky, and I said,
no, nigga, I said I was going to give you a compliment.
But that was 10 minutes ago. That was 10 minutes ago.
No, nigga, but you said that shit.
You said something.
You said that.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. You win. Ron, I don't even remember. I'm 100% wrong. Ron, I just told you I'm wrong. You're 100% right. You know why? Because I don't even know what the fuck we talking about anymore. I don't even know. I don't know what I said. I don't know nothing, bro. You win.
I do.
You win. Okay, okay, Ron. I apologize. Ron, can I apologize to you? Ron, can I apologize to you live on the air?
Shit.
You said what? Oh, no, I ain't doing it now. I'm talking about run it. You got me fucked up. I ain't about to say it. No, you got me fucked up, King.
But I mean, you ain't got to apologize. But nigga, you was wrong.
I was wrong for what?
Dead wrong.
For saying that you said that there was some shit in the sky, and I came and told you, and I came and told you. Ron, what was you said? Was you said man, that I was crazy, bro? You was believing aliens was coming,
but
you do believe in aliens. You can't say that you don't. You sitting here making an argument for the
out of here.
You sitting here making an argument for aliens.
Nigga,
you not?
Nigga,
then what is?
Get the fuck out of here, man.
I'll let you, Ron. What are you talking about?
Nigga,
what are you talking about then? What is all the things? What is the light that you're talking about in the sky in the Bible? And what's the light? What's all of that?
What's the trip is if you don't want to fucking know, and
I'm asking you to tell me.
Well, you criticize
Ron,
that shit.
Please teach me.
Teach me, nigga.
Teach me. Hey, bro, I am not gonna be too many more ends. All right. All I'm asking you.
You don't know spiritual. You know.
I'm asking you. Why you getting so upset? Teach us then.
No,
tell us something.
Because you just keep flashing now and trying to say all that bullshit.
I'm not saying bullshit, Ron. I'm asking you questions.
You are. And what's the trick?
Ron, I don't want to hang up on you, bro. I don't want to hang up on you.
I'm answering your question. I'm answering your question.
Please do. What question is it? Tell me the question first.
No, wait.
Listen, see. Tell me the question and then answer it, please, so the audience will know what the question is.
No, wait a minute.
Come on,
you
Ron.
Tell me the question.
Because you don't know, because you only, you know what you do? You're not even listening. See, that's what I'm saying. You're not even listening. You just want to argue. Bro, I'm not about to tongue wrestle with you, bro. You a grown-ass man. I'm not about to tongue wrestle with a grown-ass man, bro. I refuse to. That's ridiculous. Ron, I didn't want to hang up with you, bro. I promise you. Feel free to call back when you calm down. But I did not suggest that you are a UFO guy and all of that. You made a comment about the lights, and I was like, yeah, I know we had some drones in my area up in Ohio. And you was like, yeah. And I was going to make a point about what you said, Ron, when you said, well, what else could split up and make these two-dimensional objects? And what I was going to say to you, Ron, if you're still listening, which he's probably not, 7 minutes ago, I was going to say to Ron, you might want to go down to the Festival of Lights. You may want to go to the, what is that in Cincinnati at the river when they do the light show down on the river? Not the EBN fireworks, but they do the light show. My wife and I sat at the Yard House. Ron, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. But I'm just saying, my wife and I sat at the Yard House and watched a light show. Ron, I'm sorry, bro. Call back when you calm down, man. You got to let somebody else you got to let somebody else say something. You can't let them start talking and then you interrupt so hard. Blink. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you. Ricks, JR. Thank you. The Blink Show. Thank you, Jared. My wife and I sat at the Yard House and watched the Blink Show. You know what those are down there that make all those lights that go all these dimensional air and go into one of us, make the flag, do this, and they're drones. Thank you, Crystal. The Blink Show. Preston, thank you. Thank you, Stephen Speed. They have drones that do all of this stuff. They go backwards. They split up. They can stay close together and look like one drone. Then they crisscross. They do all of this different stuff. And what you were describing to me, Ron, was something that a drone could do. Wasn't it like 7 months or 8 months ago when they had these huge drones over in New Jersey? And the government was like, what the hell is this? And they stayed silent about it. Well, number one, most UFOs, if you want to say UFOs, they don't just hover around and let everybody take pictures. They move, they do their thing, they this and this. These are drones that were up in New Jersey every night in the same place. And they were like, well, we don't know what they are. We don't know if they drones. We don't know what. As if we were about to be attacked by UFOs. People were worried about that. And the only reason, Linda Reed, help me out, sis, if you're still here. I only reference the Bible because I want to know if there's outer space, if there's people in outer space or things, if there's UFOs and there's another life outside of Earth, then what does that say about the Bible? What does it say about life somewhere else? Did God create that life as well? That's all I was trying to get to. But, you know, when you question people on the belief sometime or whatever what they're going after, it can be a little I don't know. I guess it could be challenging or it might be a little standoffish. But, Ron, you got to stop being so offensive when somebody asks you a question about some of the things that you talk about. That's all, bro. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but, bro, you come in, I ain't called you no name. I ain't called, and I know what you mean, but we ain't on the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. That's disrespectful, bro. I mean, we don't have to agree on it, but we at least can be respectful. And you don't even call that much, bro. And I love it when you call, but we already know it's about to be a crash out and I never said that you were talking about aliens and all that shit was in your backyard. I read the comments. I never said that you said all of that. But when you sit here and defend a position that lights in the sky are UFOs and bodies are being found by the government, what type of body? That's all I was asking. And if you say, well, how do I know that? I wasn't privileged to the information. You had enough information to know that they found bodies. Do you think that maybe that they were trying to influence you one way or the other? Maybe there was no bodies in the first place. Oh, congressional. So when they have these congressional hearings, everybody up there that's asking questions, everybody that's making comments is telling the truth about everything. You know better than that, Ron. Maybe not in the UFO game, but in all the other stuff that they talk about. People say stuff up there all the time, and it's not true. Didn't they have a congressional hearing about January 6th that you was talking about? That shit wasn't real. That wasn't it. Didn't they have congressional hearings about Trump, about Biden, and people was lying on Trump, people was lying on Biden, people was lying on Obama? Those congressional hearings, you swear on the Bible with no blowback from anybody. You raise your hand to Congress and you say whatever you want to say or whatever they bring you in as a witness. I seen a girl go up there and put her hand up and say, I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And she went up there and testified and gave third-party information. Well, what I had heard was, that's hearsay. Yeah, I heard one of the drivers told me that he had heard something somebody said, and yeah, that's what happened. That wouldn't win in any courtroom. Come on, Ryan. And now you want me to be the bad guy because now you like throw me in the bucket of the people that was talking about you and aliens. That wasn't me, bro. It wasn't me. But the way you defending these lights and all that in the sky, you're suggesting that there's life forms somewhere else based on congressional hearings, what the government has found. Stay on your circle, but don't get mad if somebody is asking questions. And then when you ask the question, if I ask you a question and you don't have all the information because you're not privileged to it, then what does that say about the information that you're talking about? I don't understand that. It doesn't even make it half truth. If I don't have the full situation in front of me, I consider it not to be any information in front of me on any level or anything. Let me go back to the phone lines real fast. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, you calm down, player?
I think so.
No, Ron is
Swin,
Ron,
what's
man.
up, man?
He good people, man.
I know. I ain't got nothing but love for Ron, but Ron he got anger management problems, bro. I would tell him if he would say, I would tell him on the phone. I done told him before, just calm down, bro. Don't get so angry making your point.
But if you look in the Bible, man, Ezekiel chapter 1 and Kings, I think 2 Kings chapter 2 and 1, let's talk about UFO. They coming. Believe it or not, see, we laughing, hee ha ha about what people say. Well, just like Brother Leroy be on Lincoln Ware talking about the grid and all that. We laughing hee ha, but it's coming.
What's coming?
Them canned goods and all that.
What's coming? I didn't hear you, Ron. I'm sorry, I called you Ron.
It's about to be a shakedown, man. It's about to be. We about to go into, a real turmoil and everything.
Of what?
I'm
asking, like
of the government and what it is. God got to reveal Himself, White. In Revelation, He got to reveal Himself. And many are called, few are chosen, and every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess. And so you got to believe God ain't playing with us no more. All these hurricanes and all that, it's probably about to be a 30-day shutdown. And things that's going on in America and why people, a lot of people not coming together and lying and all that, deceiving and everything that been taught to us for many years, but nobody want to come to grip. That we all, man, everybody got to go down.
You're saying it's coming. When you say it's coming, Twin, you're
man, Jesus got to reveal Himself.
Y'all really
before it's gonna be an antichrist. He go fake like he pump faking like he Jesus, but he's not. Jesus go let it be known. It's got to reveal itself. The book of Revelations, man. All these killings and all that, it's in the Bible. We're in the last days. We living in the last days. All this conflict between this and women, a lot of people getting pregnant and, female, man, it's all tight. It's everything that's revealing itself in Revelations coming to pass right now. Jesus soon to come, man. It's just your choice it's just your choice you make. Why?
Here's what I
believe you don't believe.
No, here's what you're right.
Why you believe in stuff? Because when you ask God, if you give me two healthy babies and stuff, well, what God do?
When
I know, I believe in Wyatt. I believe what he go do. I'm gonna answer his prayers. And what happened? God answered your prayer. You believe in somebody, Wyatt.
Wait a minute.
So you believe in Jesus, and Jesus took care of what your prayer was
What's
answered.
going on today? Yes, listen. What are you? What? Do I got? All right. Show pause. I got some shit written on my head or something.
Get it together today's show. That's what it's called.
Get it
together.
Let's get it together. Let me pause.
And stuff because I'm relating off what he's saying. People he haul for what Ron say, but it's revealing itself. Yes, it's some damn UFO. You think they bump faking up there in air for nothing? See, why? Let me tell you this, player. Let me tell you this. Okay. Check this out. Check this out, Joe. Hey, look, you got people that keep on going up there. From Gil's King and rest of them keep going up there, astronauts. But what are you trying to see? They really trying to reach heaven. Somebody go come back and say, I saw Jesus. What are you going up there for? If so much, why when you fly, why do they say cut off your phone, put it on airplane mode? If y'all got so much intelligence and technology and all that in space and all that, why I gotta cut off my phone? Man, what happened to the Wi-Fi technology up there that y'all be pinpointing on the airspace or whatever? Because it's fake to me. They go behind the Hollywood studios and set up shop. That's fake, man. Nobody about they trying to reach Jesus, which they not go reach. Come on, man. You got to recognize real, man. Is it UFOs? Yes, it's UFOs coming along. Them drones they probably be baby UFOs, but man, God revealing himself. But we as people don't believe. There ain't no such thing, no God. There ain't no, man, you got a white man. They used to have white Jesus pictures, black Jesus pictures.
Boy,
man, what is it? Now they just got crosses. If you go into church, they don't have the black faces no more. The white face in church, it's straight cross or a big old shiny golden chandelier. Come on, man, wake up. Go ahead, Wyatt, preach.
After that,
wake up, man.
After that, you preach. I thought I just heard a sermon. Listen.
No.
Okay, listen. Let me.
You gotta back me up and close an argument.
Back you up. Hold up, bro. I think you sitting across the aisle. But let me just say this to you. Hold on.
Go ahead,
hold
Wyatt.
on, bro. Hold on. Let me get my stuff right. Let's back up to the first wrong thing you said. All right. When you said, why do they have you cut your cell phone off when you're on an airplane and you're taking off? When you said on an airplane, but I'm telling you, it's only a small period of time that that you have to keep your cell phone.
Why is that though? Why, if you got all this technology, they keep on shooting up there every 4-5 years, however it take. Why we gotta cut out? Since y'all got so much technology on it, come on, why?
I'm about to tell you. I'm not an expert at this, but it's kind of it's a very common sense type of an answer, to be honest with you. Because when you have frequencies of radios interacting between one another, and I'm cool with the airline saying cut your cell phone off until we get to our 25 or 30,000 feet in the air. I don't need my pilot's radio transition to be interrupted by someone's cell phone or some other type of cross reference of frequency. I don't want that to happen because he might have to make a sharp left turn out of the way of something. He may have to do something. You see what I'm saying? That he needs to get on the radio. We don't want to hear mama and them talking or the kids' video games playing on, you don't understand that. You see what I'm saying, Twin? That's why. But once you get in the clear and they're riding 30,000 feet in the air and you're straight and you're going where you're going, you're good. They don't say
you said 30,000 in the air.
Yes, 30,000 feet in the air. That's
my phone's still roaming, whatever. Why you stop playing?
Well, no, that's because you may not have internet service with the airline.
Man, you can do all connection and all that. Why it's still roaming, man?
Okay.
You can't talk to nobody air like that, man.
Yes, you can.
I tried to before. Only time you get the call when you like a couple of feet away from the them landing. That's the only time, Wyatt.
Twin.
Come on, man. Okay. You Verizon wires, whatever you carry. Go up there next time. Go 30,000 feet and let me know. Can you call your family and stuff? Let me know.
I can.
Because it's not gonna happen. Twin. It's not, Wyatt.
Twin.
It's not.
Twin. I can use my cell phone when I'm in the air. They even sell Wi-Fi packages on certain airlines.
When did that establish?
I don't know when it started. I didn't keep up with it, but
Because they just probably just established.
Nah,
But
I've been
when they
doing
say
it-
cut your, well, I'm gonna cut my damn thing off for what? And that they don't make sense. But y'all keep on shooting up there to that satellite, putting couches and refrigerators up there. Well, let me know what's really up there. Man, they just lie to people, man. That's why I don't go with them, man. The government, they just pump fake us, man. It's all a game, man. That's all it is. A clown puppet show. And we the clowns that's go do really receiving it and everything, taking it considered like, oh, he's telling the truth. He do it, man. Yeah, believe it if you want to. I don't believe none of it, man.
well,
Wyatt,
they
did you
do.
see the puppet show today on the radio?
I did not.
I wish you would have, man.
What
I wish you would have, because you know why, Wyatt?
what's happening?
Only thing I wanted to see a real answer, because Lincoln did it on purpose. I'm gonna clown him tomorrow, though, whenever I get a chance to get back on there. He put me on hold, because I would go say, Cecil Thomas, you've been in the game for 30 years as a police officer. You know the ins and outs, the do's and the don'ts. But never one time you, the 9 people on council, or the people that was in there, 5 people as Democrats, have came out and said how we go strategize and lift up our black communities, everything. People been hollering about situations in Cincinnati I known for years, man. And I say, dang, that's how they get down in the natty. Man, why do these people keep hollering the same thing every year and stuff? I say, some gotta give, man. Some gotta shake. And that's why I was listening to Lincoln Well for years. And I was hearing the same old riff-raff, and I'm like, man, I'm about to call in. I'm about to, wreck this stuff up, because it can't keep doing like this every 4 years. Come get my vote. Come get this and all that. I'll holler at you. No, man, you can't keep doing that, lying to the community like that. That's why it's always gatekeepers and everything, and people that work the get along game, man. That's what they work about in Cincinnati. That's what they're about, man. And people don't understand it. Oh, twin, you this, you telephone turkey twin, you just want it. No, I don't want no damn attention. I'm here trying to help the people out, man. Where I deliver my logic, whatever I bring out my mouth is what it is. But I stand on principle and stuff. I'm speaking for the people, man. The people that listen and everything and quick, goddamn it, put them damn phones down and all that. Just listen, then call in. If you got an issue, whatever, for the government and local leaders, or mayor, whoever, shine in and tell them people how you really feel.
Okay.
Don't keep holding back, man. Man, but yeah, man, I believe, it's UFOs, White. They out there, man. It's out there.
Well, that's a huge circle back you just did, bro. All right. Okay. Well, I'm just
I
saying.
don't care,
So
T,
now,
man.
let me ask you, because you tend to, quote Bible. Is there anything in the Bible that suggests that and it's the same question I posed to Ron, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything in the Bible that suggests that there's other beings in other universes? I mean, people, things.
No.
Is there
No.
anything? So
let me tell you this.
Okay, go ahead. Because my question,
there's a heaven and a hell.
Okay.
When God comes, the dead go rise first, and whoever living go rise second. The people that's left on earth were tormented for 7 years.
Okay.
That's your answer.
Okay.
That's your answer. There's a heaven and there's a hell.
So that's okay. So but it ain't no. There's a space too, but there's nobody out there.
There ain't no damn space. There's a heaven and a hell.
So
I don't know what spaceship it is or whatever they say, the mothership. There's only one. There's only one God, man. There's only one. And we answer to all of them. I don't care if you you got that raggedy old bed on your floor. You hit your head.
I agree with you. Okay, whatever you name your God, that's what it is. But I think we believe all in the same God. We may not have the same name, such as Jehovah, all that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying that if what y'all are saying is true of spaceships, then God missed something when he had them create that Bible, right? He must have missed something. And
that was originally 75 books. They took out of it. It was 66, but it was originally 75 books. If you go to Times and people be talking about that Ethiopian Bible.
Which book got the aliens in it, or the people from another universe or galaxy or whatever?
It's specifically not really pertaining to alien, but if you read, just like I told you, Ezekiel and King James, It will tell you about the spaceships and UFOs and all aliens and all that.
What is that
It'll
again?
have to dissect. I don't know off rip.
No,
I know
what
it's
was it? I'm gonna look
Ezekiel. Huh?
No, I was asking you, what did you say? I'm gonna look it up one day. Not now. Shit, I ain't about to. We not about to do Inspirational Baptist Church up in this joint. What was that?
Yeah. Ezekiel. I think it's 1, and then it's King James 2nd. I believe the 2nd and 2nd chapter, 1st verse.
Okay.
It's pertaining almost to what the alien UFO Ron was talking about.
Okay.
So anything that we talk about, Ron, Wyatt, my bad, is relate to the Bible, man. People don't understand that. But if you look at the Ethiopian Bible and people say, oh, they banned that and all, if you really look at it, it's saying the same thing as a King James or any other Bible saying. And people don't never bring that up, but it's speaking the same language. But people don't understand. If you really, really look at it, I know they banned and all that, but you still can get it, whatever. But people don't understand. It's speaking the same language. Okay. There's only one God, man, one faith, one believer, man. It's Jesus. Man. That's the only way I know, man. And that's the only way I was taught.
Okay. But
and that's my belief, and that's my belief. And any other belief somebody else has, I respect it. I respect your belief. I wouldn't, downgrade, you'll go to hell, you'll go to heaven. No, that's not me. Only one can be judged is God. God can only get judged. I can't judge. That's a sin to judge the next man. And people don't know this, it's a sin to judge a person. Only that's I leave it up to God. So Wyatt.
Okay, brother. Well, hey, man, I appreciate it. I did get an opportunity to listen to my man Rufus. Okay, because that's my he's my OG.
Man, he gangster, man. I met Rufus 3 times, and there's a lot of stories I brought up.
That wasn't you that texted me. No, that wasn't you. That somebody sent me a DM saying that my partner.
No, I ain't text. I forgot he was on, but I forgot. I don't know if you were listening now, but man, Rufus gangster, man. There was a lot of stories, and you know that person, yeah, you remember this, reminiscing that thing, and he knew like, yeah, that's such and such, and he good people, man. He good people, and then you need somebody like that, motivations, put the gun safety on there, motivation. Hey, I've been through this, y'all. Hey, man, it ain't like that.
Well, let me just be honest.
Strong enough that been through the trials and tribulations, like Lindsay and stuff. If he stopped rejecting Jesus and quit saying that they don't exist, all that, which is helping with his cancer, he can motivate a lot of kids because he feed off the YNs, man, in this Bond Hill area. He can motivate kids, man. It's a lot of people. See, listen here, White. I don't want to talk to nobody who ain't been through the struggle, man. You getting your bachelor's and master's degree don't mean nothing to me, man. You ain't been through the struggle. I can't get you fresh. You fresh out of whatever counseling school, whatever you may be. You got a title, you're a doctor and all that. That don't mean nothing to me. That don't mean nothing to me. Preach the real. You just can't go off, well, I learned this in school. No. Have you been through this trials and tribulations? Have you been through this war zone with me? No, so I can't reflect on what you're saying. I need somebody who's been through the struggle, man. I need somebody. Peanut butter and jelly, dried milk, and all that. Water in your cereal. Come on, man. Mayonnaise sandwich.
Yeah,
come on, man.
I hear you.
Come on, speak the truth. I don't need a gangster, man. I don't need all that crazy stuff coming to me.
Well,
you got to be gangstified about the situation, man.
Let me help with one thing, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
I understand. I've made those same comments in my life, to be honest with you. Like, I think the best person to help you with certain issues in life, not you, but people in general, are people that have been through it because they feel the pain or whatever it is. They feel the pain or the gain. Okay, I get it. But now psychiatrists are not they're not, in my opinion, they're not putting your life to try to make you, for you to look at them as you understand because they've been there before with you. Sometimes they're just there to have.
That's why you say different stroke for different folks. You cool with the psychiatrist, I understand. Me, I'm not.
Well, I
want somebody big, you know.
Well, can I say it for the audience? Maybe you don't like it. But
I understand what you're going. I'm sorry for cutting you. Go ahead, Claire.
All I'm saying is sometimes a person would have certain thoughts, and somebody like a psychiatrist can reiterate those same thoughts that you had and transform your way of thinking and help you see things a different way. That way you might have a different outcome or it don't mean that they had been smoking crack one day, so they're not the best candidate to get you off crack. That's not the same type of. Sometimes you got to look at people who say, look, I understand where you're coming from because your family had a lot to do with this, and let me explain to you what puts you in this frame of mind because of what you had with your mom or what you had with your dad. Sometimes they open the door for you to see things and think differently to why you make certain decisions. They don't have to have smoked crack before. They don't have to have been what you've been through before. That's not even what they're going after. They're going after for you to see things differently. You see what I'm saying? So they're just trying to explain to you something.
Advisory or so.
I guess you can call it. Not necessarily an advisor. I think they just want to give you a different way of.
I said advisory, not advisor.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They probably may be a little bit, they may give you suggestions on how to deal with things a little bit differently. And in their presentation, they may try to make you feel like, hey, I'm not in your shoes. I mean, most psychiatrists, I mean, I've seen one before. They don't try to get you to, they don't want you to believe that they know what you're going through. That's the
definition of when two or three come together, God is in the midst. You believe that?
When what? Say it again.
When two or three come together, God is in the midst.
I think God is in the midst at all times. That's just me. All right.
Just when me and you come together, God will be in the midst of our situation.
Okay.
We might not agree on certain things, but we go come to some type of agreement that understand me, that like you spit knowledge to twin.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, you say how God work. He in the midst of what we talking to one another. We might not agree on one certain thing, but he in the midst of, hey, we're gonna have a good conversation right now, whether it's good or bad, but it's gonna be a good agreement when we close this argument.
Okay.
You see how God works?
I see how
God is good, huh? All the time, right?
All the time.
Keep preaching.
All right, brother. thanks for engaging with us, twin. Have a great Tuesday. All right. God is good all the time. I just believe that I don't know. Shit. I don't know. I missed a couple phone calls. Please, someone call. I need a more balanced. I'm sitting in a surround sound studio of shit is bouncing off the walls right now. It's just, it's about to get better, y'all. Watch this. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, Mr. Wyatt, this is CK. This is the Cincinnati King.
Okay, what's going on, CK? What's good with you, brother?
I was just listening to your platform and I heard twin on there.
All right.
Twin.
Okay, what's your take, CK?
Well, he's saying that. I mean, I kind of agree. You said you can't follow it like that. Did you agree with what he was saying?
Which one? You agree with who said?
When he said
twin or Ron?
Twin. When twin said.
Okay, what did he say? I'm sorry, Ron. I'm sorry, CK. What did he say?
Okay, all I'm saying is what I got out of it. Okay, through my personal experience, sir. I'm sorry, sir, I'm at work. But through my personal experience, sir, this is what it is. I have been using dog food since the age of 12, right? And since 12, I have shared needles with thousands of people. And I can tell you, I'm still alive. You feel me?
So you think that's a blessing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to experience. You don't know what death is until you experience life. So what started me on my journey of addiction was, wanting to, seeing, the Nancy Reagan just say no.
CK,
no, I vehemently disagree.
CK, I can't let you start off like that. You don't know what death is until you experience life. Is that what you said?
Exactly.
I guess I better.
That's what started me on my journey, sir.
Okay.
That's what started me on my journey. So once I said I want to feel everything. I want to experience every different type of joy. You know what I mean? Ecstasy.
Bro, you can't be serious.
Yes.
You can't be serious.
Do you remember when we was young lads They had a lady by the name of Nancy Reagan out, and she was saying, "Just so you know."
Yes, I remember that.
That's what I'm talking about. I didn't agree with I didn't agree with her message. I was like, why are they telling us kids to say no to something that is, why are they if they telling us say no, if the government's telling you say no, that means it must be good for you. You feel me?
No.
I mean, so you never experimented at all?
No. No.
Marijuana?
That's the only, I've only smoked marijuana and hash, and I was 17, 18 years old at the time.
So you
And I
haven't
did it
experienced
one
in your
time.
20s and above?
No, I never did drugs, never drank alcohol. I can't even smell the taste. I don't even like the taste or the smell of alcohol. I was an athlete growing up, so all that type of stuff I was pretty much like, a straight shooter to my body growing up because I never wanted to do. Here's the other thing. I was afraid of drugs. All right, alcohol I was not afraid of, but I knew that it was something that I would never do because I didn't even like the smell of alcohol. Okay. And I don't have a problem with people that, drink. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. But I was afraid of drugs because where I grew up, I seen what it did to people. I was an observer.
Exactly. Me too. I seen what it did to my uncle.
Well, it didn't work. It didn't work. Yeah. It didn't work. You said you've been doing dogs since you was 12 years old. I don't believe that, but okay. But if you can't believe, I mean, I don't think we believe the same thing when it comes to this, because you just said that I told you the reason why I don't like drugs is because I was afraid of them. The reason why I was afraid of them.
The same reason that you're afraid is the reason why I wanted it. That's what I'm trying to explain. We're different type of cat. That's why you made the right decision. Some of it's about choices. You have to make the right choice. This is what I tell the young people. I would never tell anybody to do what I did. I'll tell them to follow your lead. But we have to have people like me as an example.
No, we don't. No, we don't. If nobody did drugs, then nobody would be effed up out here, right?
Listen, sir, if I didn't destroy my life, who would the youngsters look at as an example of what not to do? You look at Lil Durk, Lil Durk, you look at him. It's good that he killed those people because now we know what not to do. He's going to save lives.
That's not
with
true.
His conviction.
That's not true. I think it's just the opposite. When you look at celebrities and people in the neighborhoods that are high profile people in the neighborhoods, they tend to encourage drug usage, and that's usually why younger people end up doing drugs, because most people are introduced to drugs by friends and family members. So they're not good examples. You don't need somebody to be an example of how not to be when it comes down to drug use. Just don't do drugs. And that's the best example you can set for somebody.
When you see a person convicted for homicide and sentenced to life for 25 to life, that teaches the public not to do what that man do.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so when was the last time?
Okay,
wait a minute. When was the last time someone went to jail for what you're saying on a homicide and got sentenced to 25 to life? When was the last time that happened?
It happens every day.
Exactly. Right. So what your point is non and void, because if it was a good example and somebody was setting an example of what this will happen to me, if y'all do this, this is going to happen to you, and it's happening every day, then those examples they're not really strong enough examples, because they're not preventative. It's not stopping people from doing it.
Right.
Teenage pregnancy.
The gloves are coming off, sir. Listen to me clearly. When you go to speak to the kids when you go speak to the children at the schools, like I do, we not trying to change all of them. All we need to change is one. We just trying to get one of them to get straight A's. One of them. You don't have to change the whole school.
Well, that's a different.
You just got to change one person at a time, sir.
That's a little bit different. I have a different approach if I'm going to Belmont to speak to the students or someone like that. I have a different approach when I'm talking to children versus like this platform. No, my goal is not to change everybody's mind. It's just to give a different perspective. When I'm talking to kids, it's a little bit different. The presentation is, I want 100% success out of a class that I may talk to, versus, okay, here, you got people that's old enough to make their own decisions and they didn't made their decisions already. Maybe what I'm saying will pass on to somebody else that they can, change their life or something. I don't know. But when I'm talking to a class, no, bro, I need 100%, success. And if I don't get 100% success, I am hurt a little bit. It happened to me in the boxing world. I was trying to change some people's lives at a young age, went to tournaments, did a lot of different things, tried to help some of these younger guys that didn't have a father figure, didn't have things in their life that other kids may have had. And it hurt me if one slips through the crack and get 25 to life for murder. Yeah, that hurts because
sir, we're looking for one diamond in the rough.
no,
Wyatt.
I'm looking
Just
for
one diamond in the
I'm
rough.
looking
I
for
need one,
no,
sir.
brother, I'm looking for a handful of diamonds. That's just the difference. Yeah, I'm just looking for a handful of diamonds when it comes to kids. I'm not trying to just save one. I'm talking to them all, and I need them all to. I would love for all of them to be successful. Because what we
But
don't
you see now,
understand, here's
I'm sorry.
one thing, and I'll let you have it. One thing a lot of people don't understand, or they understand, they just don't talk about it a lot, is the more successful children, the more successful people you're around and help produce, the more you'll see in life. The more that you help people get better and help them form their situations, such as companies or whatever, if they love you for what you've been able to help them do. And it's just an unconditional love at this point. You see what I'm saying? So I don't really, I don't want to see any of them fail. Of course, one or two is going to slip through the crack, but no, I just believe, and I don't go into a situation thinking, okay, I got 30 kids here I'm about to talk to.
And I want
Only
you to
4 of
understand.
them going to do right. I don't go in with that mindset.
But be clear. I want you to understand clearly, Mr. Wyatt. This is why our lives contrast and are so different. What
Okay.
you said was you go for a handful of diamonds, I go for one diamond. And it shows in our accomplishments. It shows.
You keep saying that, but
see, it's the mindset. No, listen how you think. You think to go for it all, brand new socks and drawers. I just want to get some water. See what I'm saying? So you are more successful in life because you have a better mind state.
No.
You knew not to take the drug. You knew not to say no to drug. You knew you did the right. Me, I'm just saying, without people like me, I make people like you. You have to have people like me mess up for people like you to
Why
succeed,
do you think that?
sir.
So you think you need failure to make other people feel successful? That's ridiculous.
Indeed.
So why do you think
sir.
most people that are successful hang around successful people? They don't hang around failures. That doesn't make any sense. You know who hang around failures? Failures.
Oh my God! Hold on.
Successful
All
people successful people hang around successful people. It's just
listen, sir. I was a failure until I started listening to Wyatt.
Come on, man.
Remember
stop.
that.
Come on, man.
Remember?
Stop.
Hold on, remember. I told you I died in 2022, right? I started listening to your platform and then revitalized because you was giving me what you call hope. Like Jesse Jackson, you was giving me hope, like, nah, don't give up. Because I was at the verge of giving up, Mr. Wyatt.
You came on this platform years ago talking about getting a GED. I remember that. I remember years ago, we were talking, a few years ago, you were talking about trying to get the education thing going. And I remember trying to help in that area, but that's it. Other than that, bro, you've been able to do pretty much everything else on your own.
Yeah, so, but I understand, sir. Being a middle-aged man, black man in America and losing everything and rebuilding, that's why you want to give up. So listening to platforms like Wyatt Live, he giving you entrepreneurship. Remember? You was talking about getting paper, putting this money here, saying this. Because you remember on your platform, you be talking about like saving money, you know what I'm saying, or investments and stuff like that. That's how I got into your platform. So I'm just saying,
we used to do that at the beginning. We used to do that at the beginning, but and I'm glad it worked for you. But
yeah, but I'm going for the diamond, like you said. Now, if I implement, this is like you said, therapy. If I implement what you said, go for a handful of diamonds. You said no, stop limited. Don't limit yourself. You said go for all the gusto. You can become a millionaire, and that's how you got me. You opening me my eyes on this phone call. You know what I mean? About the handful of diamonds, sir.
Well, all I'm saying to you is, man, it's yeah, we want to each one teach one. You know, we want to do that, and it's important that you and Twin and CK Twin and Ron. It's important that you guys talk to people about. Wait, let me take that back. Some people don't have no business talking to people. I was thinking of the children. All right, I'm thinking Twin because Twin has some things like Twin. Like I brought up Rufus Johnson, friend of mine. Rufus ain't always been this way. All right. But Rufus, to be honest with y'all, I don't know if y'all know him or anything, or if you listen to him. He's actually like Twin, but he's a chill twin. Like he ain't all over the place. And you know, he's not real, you know, he's not all like that. But trust and believe, when I knew Rufus as a young man, as I'm talking about a young cat, I was a youngster. He was a crash out like that, but he was a smart guy. You feel me? Like he was a smart guy, but he wasn't nowhere near on the level that he is right now. He's learned from his experiences. You see what I'm saying? To be more laid back and chill. Those are the type of people we need talking in the communities and talking to these children about guns and stuff. Not everybody is ready to give that type of knowledge to kids because they really can't articulate. You know, they could say it maybe the way that kid hear it, but you know, it's almost like some people, it's like some people want to be present for the struggle, for the work, but they're not really geared to do that type of work. Because number one, some kids look at those type of people and say, you made it out. You made it all right. You made it good. It worked for you. I'm just going to do this. And then when by the time I'm your age, I'll be out there doing what you're doing. That's what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's in a position to be able to relay certain messages to children, to kids. It's not for everybody to do. Just because you live their life, been through what they going through presently, that doesn't mean that you're the voice. You're the messenger to be able to talk a kid down off the ledge of going into this disturbing life. It don't mean that. Rufus is that guy. Rufus is that guy. He different.
You need to be, but understand, when you look at me, I've been sharing needles since 12 with thousands of people, all nationalities, right? I'm a walking miracle. I shouldn't even be breathing, right? So that shows you I'm a miracle, right? So when people see me, they're like, how is this guy even breathing? You know what I mean? So when you look back on and reflect, you got to understand, make the right decisions. It's about education. It's about education. Sir.
It's always that. It's always that.
So remember, I wrote this. This is my words, and nobody can take it. Put God first. Have faith in the youth. Education is the only way to the truth. That is my definition of greatness. You should make a T-shirt.
Sir. You should do a
and
T-shirt.
That's what my journey. I had to go through that pain to come up with that, sir.
There you go. All right, CK, I appreciate that living lesson, bro, because that was strong. I like that phrase. Say it again before you get up out of here. Go ahead, say it again.
Yes, Mr. Wyatt. Put God first. Have faith in the youth. Education is the only way to the truth.
All right, brother. I appreciate you engaging with us today. All right.
All right.
Thanks, CK. That was CK. I don't know. I guess there's some people out there that can relate to what CK is talking about. Some things aren't meant for everybody, you know that. But I mean, jeez, I don't know. I really don't know. Let me go back to the phone lines real fast and let me try to get my shit together. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Good afternoon. This is Fame Rothstein. How are you doing?
It's Fame. What's good, Fame? How you doing today, brother?
Oh, I'm pleasant per usual.
Good.
I apologize for the whatever happened yesterday. I did not get to complete my call.
That's right. You fell off. The call fell off.
Yeah. If I remember right, we were talking about there was a mishap with a black female in the kitchen, and I just found it funny that I just tell the truth too soon. I've been telling y'all, especially the members of your group, that black women need to get reacquainted with the kitchen.
Okay.
And it just so happens that, months later, we have this mishap, whatever. I mean, we're glad to know that she's okay and everything. However, there's something, being in the kitchen and whatnot for women should be old hat, like riding a bike. There's just certain things you don't You know, you just never forget.
It was Tracy yesterday, Tracy Dillingham, and I did pray for her last night because those
I don't
burns.
care if it was June Cleaver. I said what I said. You
Bro,
should not be getting there. Should not be
relax.
mishaps in the kitchen.
Relax. I was
that's your sanctuary.
Right, relax. I was just telling people what we were talking about yesterday was Tracy Dillingham because we shot out prayers for her yesterday because of her incident. She explained what happened. The hamburger slid down the spatula and dipped into the oil and splashed up. I've had that happen to me before, but I ain't never had no burns to that area. I don't really like kitchen grease like that. Frying bacon and all that type of stuff. I don't really like doing stuff like that. So I can only imagine a hamburger splashing into some grease and spilling up on you. And second degree burns is what she said she had. But yeah, I mean, that could have happened to anybody. I think experienced cooks get burned in the kitchen.
I don't know of any, but
okay. All right.
Whatever you say, though. And to Mr. Twin, like, bro, nobody's hating on you. It's just that we're grown-ups over here. Mm-hmm. Most of us are 50 plus, 60 plus.
Ooh,
everything's just the approach, everything is just so juvenile. It's just like we're just like, it's like, come on, B.
A little burned out on it.
Yeah, no, ass is chapped.
Okay.
We've been burnt out.
Okay.
Our asses are chapped. I speak for everybody listening to say our ass is chapped at your act.
Okay.
You understand me? And yours too, Wyatt. The kid gloves got to come off. Quit promoting the tomfoolery, the nonsense.
You think I'm promoting?
I just think you handling it with such gold gloves. Whoever that was, that woman last week that said, Twin is the son you never had. That might be the best podcast comment I've ever read because it's so true.
Wait a minute, hold on. So what do you want me to do, Fame? Do you want me to just not
cut the nonsense? There's no need for a 20-fucking-minute phone call every day.
Well, what I'm saying is when he came in and talked today, let's just use today as an example, right?
When has he ever said anything that required 20 minutes?
Well, think
of
about
a 2-hour show.
Think about what happened.
I asked that you please answer the question.
Well,
you can't answer the question because his commentary is not worth 20 minutes.
Well,
you're just being a Cincinnatian, dick riding out of towner. He's from Chicago, and you love that shit.
No.
Oh, why Chicago? He's the son you never had. He keeps you connected. With them people who said you sold out the streets, the hood. I haven't. You see, I talk to him more than anybody.
I don't know Twin like that.
I'm just telling you, the conversation ain't even organic between you two anymore.
Well, what I'm saying to you,
really is.
Can we use today as an example, just so you'll see where I'm going with it?
I didn't listen today. When he called, I flipped out for about 25 minutes.
Well, let me explain to you. Twin shifts gears. You can obviously hear that. He shifts gears in his conversation, right? He'll start off on one thing, like we were talking about what Ron was talking about. And I wanted to know what's in the Bible that references aliens or spaceships or other beings in other in other galaxies or whatever. So Twin went on to say whatever, you know what I mean? And then it went from that to pump faking. Pump faking the community. I mean, it always seems to spin around.
Let me just cut you off there. You're rationalizing this call. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, well, I'm sorry you don't give a F. Okay?
I'm just saying, I don't care about his calls. They do nothing for me. Matter of fact, they chat my ass.
Well, then you can do the same thing that I tell everybody else to do. When you hear certain people, if you don't like what they talking about, hang up, log out, or call them on their shit. Why is it always me? Why do y'all want me to be the person to tell people where they
the goddamn moderator?
But that don't make me
of
right.
The eponymous podcast.
But that doesn't make me. I shouldn't have to challenge everybody's feelings.
Your fans have spoken. Your fans have spoken, been speaking for months. But Fane Rothstein in your group says one thing, and all of a sudden you call me the next night. Hey, man, you my people, man.
Oh, I never did that like that, bro. Come on, don't perp, don't do that. If you're going to say some shit, you want to be the real one, keep the shit 100.
Well, we can agree to disagree. However, but one thing we will agree, you're right. Certain people don't deserve to be talking in front of children. I don't give a damn what they did. We don't want kids to even know what you've done, to even hear about your story, because it's not remarkable that you're finally a decent person.
I agree with
You
that.
understand me? I don't, and that guy that was on the buzz, I guess you know him. Like I was saying that, about him. Like I don't care what he did. You could sit here and try to say he's a hell of a guy all you want. I ain't buying it, because a hell of a guy doesn't get involved in the stuff he getting. You don't just all because some conscience hits you. There's certain things you should know that you're not supposed to be doing as a 5, 6, 10-year-old.
Yeah, but
let alone a 16-year-old.
But wait a minute, hold on. Are you suggesting that people that used to live a certain lifestyle should just avoid it altogether? They shouldn't come in and try to help the kids?
No, all I'm saying is we shouldn't celebrate their changing of their mindset to being citizens. We shouldn't be celebrating by allowing them to be in front of children.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, we can agree to disagree.
We've listened to it's like spankings and whippings. They don't work. We did scare straight for years. It doesn't work. In fact, the juveniles are getting worse. So why would we put a reformed dickhead in front of kids?
Well, I don't know if scared straight was working or not working. Okay, I don't know.
That's why I said it. Well, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. What I'm saying to you is, there's examples like what I was telling Twin on his call. There's examples that kids could look at all day long, or maybe it was CK I said this to, and it still don't stop them from making certain decisions. He asked me if I ever did drugs. I said I was afraid of drugs. I was going to make a point when I said that, but he went on to say what he had to say. I was afraid of drugs because I seen the outcome. I seen what it was doing to the people in the community. I seen what it did to some of my partners' mothers. I seen what it was doing to some of the fellas in the community. So I was afraid of drugs. All right. And so some people need different people in their life to try to move them out of certain behavior. Like, I believe that if you were a criminal once before in your life, that you could probably get through to a potential youngster or a youngster who has potential criminality in them. They're criminal. They got criminalistic mindset. You could get to that kid before somebody that's never really lived that life has done it. So I don't believe that no one who's ever lived a crazy life. I mean, there's, that had a lot of crime going on in their life. I don't think it's fair to say that they have no business in front of kids and trying to stop them from, being what they used to be. I think that's a good thing that they would come out and try to change a kid's life.
No, because by doing that, you're normalizing the person's fuckery.
Well, in a sense, you have a point.
Only black people do that.
Well, no.
Only black people only black people will allow such fuckery around their children. Because there's so much fuckery in the neighborhood. That's all they know. Or you could come back from this. No, that's part of the punishment. You get ostracized from society. Nobody trusts you.
Well, but
you want redemption? Go to a Catholic church. There's plenty of Catholic churches around here that offer redemption. Go to them. You ain't got to go to the inner city to the black kids. That's what I'm saying. Okay. All that nonsense you talking about, I don't know. I don't even want to hear it anymore. I would like to move on from the conversation.
Well, wait a minute.
A 31-year-old man killed a 12-year-old boy under some really weird circumstances. Apparently, so there's several layers of entry into this. What is a 30-year-old man getting involved with a 12-year-old?
I don't think
what are two juveniles doing stealing cars at 1 in the morning?
It was 1 o'clock in the morning.
I want to say that's what I thought their initial reports were. If they were wrong, I do apologize. If I'm wrong, I apologize.
No, I don't know you to be wrong. I'm asking. Is that the number? That's the time that you heard that it was? It was 1 o'clock in the morning?
If I remember right, that's what I heard. If I'm correct, somebody in the chat, please feel free. I won't take exception. But yeah, and then what's this? How do you chase somebody in a stolen car? Is that your stolen car? And the killer's got, from what I understand, he's got a pretty handsome rap sheet. From what I understand, I haven't seen it yet, but yeah, I heard he was awaiting a trial, or was in the system as it was right now.
Did he have pending charges, or did he just have?
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Yes, pending charges.
Okay. Well, I'm getting mixed numbers out here. Some saying it was 1 o'clock. Some are saying it was 11 or 12 o'clock at night. Terry Coleman says it was 11:30.
Summer or not,
I'll be honest
12
with
years
you.
old, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I think
that's kind of late to be out.
If I'm not mistaken, it's kind of
because you don't have a job. You're not coming from a juvenile job at 12 years old at 11 o'clock. There's labor laws against that.
Yeah, but it's actually irrelevant, to be honest with you, Fame, because it was probably past the curfew anyway. Wasn't that a curfew that they just put in place?
Oh yeah, it is. You're right. You're right.
So it doesn't matter if it was after 11 o'clock, period. Then that's a no-no. I think that's the least of the problem of the curfew in this particular case. You got to ask yourself, what is a 12-year-old? Because the family came out and said that this is a 12-year-old that just happened to be riding around with the wrong people. I think we should start with that before we start talking about anything else. That's usually how 12-year-olds get started in things. Is they usually have bad friends. They usually have people that's influencing them. Chances are this 12-year-old would not have been out at whatever time it was at night committing this crime on his own. He's basically a starter kit gangster. You know what I mean? He's being influenced by his peers. And I think that's where all this needs to start when it comes down to the conversation. It's a shame in a whole lot of different ways. I'm sure we all will agree that it's a shame that a 12-year-old is involved in a stolen car situation. It's a shame that a 31-year-old man chased a car down the street and shot into it. That's a shame as well. But at the same time, I mean, you're looking at a lot of the stuff. All of it is relevant to me. We're not talking about a Mr. Goodbar that shot at a car going down the street. They just chose the wrong person. You know, you understand what I'm saying, Fame? Everybody's not going to lay down and be taken advantage of or abused, or, you don't know how many times this man has gone through what he's gone through. Now, I'm not justifying what he did. I'm just saying we don't know what's going on. This is obviously a street dude. He got a rap sheet. He's been through some things. He got pending charges, from my understanding. But you gotta look at, when you're committing crimes in your neighborhood that's already infested with crime, you have to really be careful who you're dealing with when you commit a crime on somebody.
Right. I agree. And one thing they should really do with the kids, well, never mind. I need to research it a little more, but I will give you
So what's your answer to the curfew situation?
What you mean? Obey the motherfucker. I mean,
no.
Nothing to it. If you ain't supposed to be out at a certain hour, don't be out. I don't have a problem with that.
No. What I'm asking is this. Why haven't they been able to enforce this curfew? These kids have been hanging out and been doing things down on the banks down in Cincinnati for years now. And then you got things going on in the city where police officers are just kind of holding back their position. They're not really doing certain things to certain people because they have lost. There's a lot of things that they don't talk about in the city, but a lot of police officers have lost the drive to really do their job. And the reason being is because a lot don't happen to these kids. There is a video out on, I believe, Channel 5 News. I'm going to find that video. They're saying that these teenagers already know that they're going to be sent back to their hometown county and that they're going to be released. These are kids up in the Cincinnati area, up in the Dayton area. These are kids in Ohio. And the law is any kid under 18 years old will be extradited back to his home county that he lives in. This is all about what we've been talking about here since day one of Wyatt Live, Fame. And that is judges aren't doing what they're supposed to do. Parents aren't doing what they're supposed to do. That's the first thing. But once it gets to the court system, police officers are tired of arresting these kids, taking the chance of arresting them. And then they get right out because the judges aren't doing what they need to do. And they're dropping these children right back in the same environment that they got them from. And every time certain situations like this happen, it's always people with pending charges involved. And I swear I said that 3-4 years ago. I said, all you got to do is look at what's going on. I guarantee you what's going on. People out here got pending charges. They got so much going on. And here go another thing that's happening. And we ran into it a couple of days ago. 31-year-old shoots a 12-year-old. I mean, I don't know what's so, I mean, I ain't trying to be nasty, but Fame, you have to agree. Did you not see something like this coming soon?
Oh, yeah. Well, Yeah, because I remember when the 14-year-old in, I believe, Mount Auburn or somewhere there along the east side tried to steal somebody's car that was running, and the guy whose car he stole was a veteran, and he came out bussing, and he got him, and the veteran, the old black veteran, was never charged, even by Joe Dieters, because he was clearly a citizen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's a citizen. He doesn't have a record. He's a and what I mean by citizen, he does the right things. He doesn't bother anybody. He didn't have a criminal record, retired service. So, that's a citizen. You're crossing the wrong one doing that. This guy, this 31-year-old dude, I don't know. Like, it sounds like he was it sounds like he's an asshole who just ran out of luck.
Well,
I mean, just being honest, because now you done killed a kid and you've been charged with a murder. So either y'all was involved in something else, or
bro,
the prosecutor is tired of your shit.
And that could be a ball of all of that, to be honest with you. Everything you just said, it could be A through C. It could be A through D. It could be all of what you just said. But I think what we need to concentrate on here is, why is a 12-year-old in a stolen car? Why are 12-year-olds, what's so interesting about that life out here? That kids 12 years old are finding friends, common age, to do these crimes. I mean, that is what needs to be the focus is, okay, I don't want to take anything away from the man made a bad decision. He shot into the car. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I know this, I'm going to get blowback for this. He probably didn't know that it was a 12-year-old in the car. If he knew it was kids in the car, chances, and I don't know this guy, I could be totally wrong. I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt. If he knew it was kids in the car, he may not have shot the car up. But I don't know. I wasn't at the scene. I don't know what he's seen. I don't know who he's seen, who stole it. I'm just saying that I don't know too many dudes from the community, from the hood, you know what I'm saying, that's out here just shooting in cold blood 12-year-olds. And I mean,
but here's the thing. Here's the problem with that. He was charged immediately, so cops already knew something.
Well,
these two must have had an interaction before the shooting.
What you're talking about the 31-year-old?
Yeah, he was charged immediately, like that night.
Well, yeah,
no hesitation.
Of course, because of this, because from my understanding, from watching the news clip, the kid was still in the back seat of the car, and the bullet penetrated the back of the car, went through the car, and hit the kid. There wasn't a physical altercation. There wasn't a fight. It's they can charge him with murder for that, because it was, the car was gone and he chased it. You see what I'm saying? That's from my understanding. Shot into the car is what I heard. It's not like he was on the doorstep of this man and now let's figure out, what's the story? Did the young fellas attack him? You know what I'm saying? Did he have to defend himself? So I don't, that could probably give us a day or two before he's in, charged. But the way it played out, it looks like the kid was in the back of the car, several of them, because he wasn't the only one that got shot. There was another kid that got shot that they took to the hospital. And I don't know if he's released yet, but it wasn't life endangering, a shot it wasn't life threatening. But, I just look at it like this, man. There's a lot of people out here who are being violated, and some of these people you're not really supposed to be messing with, because they already they ain't about that. They not gonna let you just do anything to them. There's some people that will go to jail for their property. They will go to jail defending what they have. And I don't know what this guy's background is, Fame. I don't know what charges he had. I haven't looked it up. I don't know what he's faced. He could have been a drug dealer or something and had drugs in the car. And when they were stealing it, he might have thought it was some, an op that was trying to steal his car to get his dope. I don't know. See, I don't know enough information to know why somebody would chase a car and shoot at it. I don't know that. So I'm gonna leave my, my opinion alone on that. However, I seen it. I never wanted to say it, because you know how you say things, Fame, and you don't want it to come to light. But the truth of the matter is, it was either going to be a cop that shot one of these young boys, like what happened before, or it was going to be one of these dudes in the community that was just, they threw with it. Like, you're not going to keep violating these people out here that's doing street shit.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, you're right. Because I I guess me, just being me, I expect middle schoolers to do dumb shit. Even as far about still in the car might be the dumbest they could do. That might be the top of the dumb shit that they would do that I would expect. But nonetheless, I'm gonna practice what I preach, since brevity is the soul of wit. Yeah, start shortening these calls, but let me hop off of here. It's been real. I had fun. I'll talk to you again soon.
All right. Thanks for engaging with us, Fame. That was Fame. Thanks for engaging with us. Edward Bentley says, Wyatt, they say the guy saw his car driving away from in front. Excuse me. It moved. I'm sorry. From in front of the house. He chased it, shot at it. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't understand. I don't know if he's seen the kids. I'm not going to defend it. I just don't know. I mean, I don't even know what kind of car it was. Not that really matters. Vernon Johnson says the dude's girlfriend said that there was no way he would have shot into the car if he had known there was 12-year-olds inside. I don't think so either. I don't even know dude, but I just know I know dudes don't really mess with kids like that. I'm not trying to defend him, y'all. I just think that maybe something else is going on that would have made him snap like that for the car. I don't know. I don't know. It's just not common to see even a 30, 31-year-old get into a gunfight with a 12, with a kid. I think that something else going on. I think maybe there was something going on with the car. I think, we as youngsters, we all seen licks. You feel me? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like, we knew who was a lick. And we knew who not to mess with, who could sustain, who could handle it, who couldn't. You pick and choose your targets sometimes. And, I don't think that this dude, like the girlfriend said, I have to kind of believe that. And I'm sorry, because I don't know enough about it, but I kind of trust a statement like that. If he would have known it was a 12-year-old or 12-year-olds in that car, I don't think that he would have shot it up like that. That's just my opinion. I've seen I've seen a lot in life. I don't think he would have done it. I'm not saying that if it was a 17-year-old, it would have been proper. I'm not suggesting that either. I just know that we got a little soft spot for our youngsters, real little dudes. And I don't know. Was there a weapon found in the car? Was there a weapon found on the scene? Did these youngsters have guns? I don't know. Maybe he pulled it out because, he felt like, look, I don't know. I don't know. Let me go to the phone lines and catch up a little bit. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, Wyatt. It's Amber.
Hey, Amber. How you doing today?
I'm good. I wanted to kind of put in my little insight. My family member knows a little boy. He went to her school.
The little boy that got
what
shot?
It was is that he was supposed. His mom apparently was at work. Apparently the little boy, like any other little boy, be around people that, probably ain't the best influence. Apparently my sister said, I guess, I don't know if it's a grandma or aunt was on the news saying like he got around like, the wrong type of people.
Yeah, I get it.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But the little boy was supposed to be with some 18-year-old family member. And sadly, it still goes back to these people are not parenting their kids. One, it's a 10 o'clock curfew. I get it.
What time was it, Amber?
17,
Do you know?
Huh?
What time? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It was 11. It was after 11. So
okay.
They said between 11 and midnight.
Okay.
So it's still after 10 p.m., which is the curfew on a Sunday. And, they said the mom was at work. It don't really matter. Leaving your child with an 18-year-old who don't understand that, no, the kids can't be out. They said they was catching a ride. Again, it doesn't matter. You can't leave your kids with an 18-year-old who his brain ain't fully formed.
Yeah.
No child needs to be out catching a ride to no damn where. And then like the whole idea that, this 2025, we know what the projects happen in the projects. In the daytime, why would you allow a child to be outside with anybody? Like the 18-year-old shouldn't have been out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just too much that goes on. I know people in the girls' room was, going like that. My family member, he ain't do nothing. He was an innocent child. Like, yeah, but we have to allow children to be in the places where children should be. My daughter about to be 12. She ain't never gonna be outside anywhere without me or my husband. Like, and we wouldn't have her out catching rides at 11 o'clock at night. Like, we just gotta be better and parent our kids. Like the little 15-year-old in Wyoming. I felt bad for, I'm saying, a little boy that got shot in Wyoming. But then they said the story was he was selling a gun to the 14-year-old.
Right.
And the 14-year-old had no intention of buying the gun. They was going to jack him for the gun, and the gun went out. But it's still like everybody says that this 15-year-old boy was a good, well-mannered. He worked for his money. But these kids are making bad choices that are felonies. All of us made bad choices as children. Shoot, I made bad children and got pregnant as a teenager. But they're creating felonies. They're stealing people's cars. They're doing all this stuff. And some people, like this guy, he wasn't going. Now, personally, I believe they charged that man because of his rap sheet, his record. He was a menace before he did this. But I actually kind of feel like he justified, because maybe his car was paid off and he only got, liability. Like, we don't know.
Yeah, here's the
what
problem.
This man's case was, but you don't got a right to steal his stuff.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. I'll give you a little bit of what I think out the gate. Okay. I don't know. I haven't researched it, but I'm going to just take an educated guess about something. Okay. If he's a convicted felon, he wasn't supposed to have a gun.
He wasn't supposed to have a gun. That's what it was. Yep.
See what I'm saying? So I'm gonna look at the case today. I'm gonna.
If it would have been his girlfriend that she ain't have and she wasn't no felon, and she does have a right, But they say you still can't kill people over property unless like they driving towards you or something like that. But again, I'm just assuming these kids was in Wind Terrace. I don't know where the car was stolen from.
Was it in Wind Terrace? Was it in Wind Terrace? I'm sorry, I don't even know the location. Was it in Wind Terrace?
I thought they said it was Wind Terrace.
Well, we know
maybe that's where it ended, but I don't know where they stole the car from, is what I'm saying. So I don't know where this man lived at, but you can't take from people who got something, but people who don't got nothing, like they'll kill you. Like they will kill you. There's people in prison that fight and kill people over food.
I'd like to say this. I'm limited on the information, but I will say this. I really, really feel sorry for 12-year-old children that have this type of stuff going on in their life. There's a lot of failure here. And I know that's not going to set well to the parents. Even if the parents felt that this kid was with an 18-year-old, one of the things my mother used to always tell me, and I think Fame was one that had a problem with me saying this one time. I played a video of a mother that caught their kid out in the streets because the police had him. All right. And they had him handcuffed on the car, and the mother came out and bitched and complained to the kid about, I told you to stop hanging around your cousins and them. They ain't shit. I didn't told you about doing this. I didn't told you about this and blah, blah, blah. These guys ain't got nothing to live for. They ain't as smart as you. They not doing what you trying to do in life. And what happens is, I think a lot of good parents have had that conversation before with their children, and their children still end up with the wrong circles. I feel sorry for the child that has not been convinced by his parent, because this is not a 12-year-old's fault. I know I'm going to get blowback for that too. This is the kid's parents' fault in a sense.
It's a failure of the parents.
It is.
And we were talking about it, last week in my salon. Like, listen, everybody want to say that it's the daddy. I'm like, the daddies left. Them Negroes left when the babies was born or whatever. We can't blame people. That's like blaming your neighbor for some mess your kid did. Yes, they should be responsible for their children, but they have clearly shown that they are not trying to actively parent. So the only active parent, whether it be the mama, the grandma, or whoever, that's who's failing these kids. Yeah, the daddy failed them in the get-go, but if the Negro is gone, like, what I'm saying? Like, my dad died when I was 6. Mm-hmm. I can't blame stuff that happened that I did on my daddy. He wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only person that was parenting me was my mom.
Right.
My brothers played a thing, but like, I can't blame my daddy. If my daddy was here. No, stop making excuses.
So now let me ask you this.
People don't want to parent their kids.
Let me ask you this.
And we don't want to parent them either.
Let me ask you this, because you have a strong opinion about something. where I want to go a little bit. Do you think that parents should be held accountable for the crimes that their kids make?
Yep.
Okay.
I think the mama, the mama needs to get charged. She needs to get charged. He was out of the house.
What do you charge her with in a case like this?
I don't know, child endangerment, something, because you put your child in danger by letting them be with somebody who's not responsible.
Neglect or something of that nature.
Then you also should charge, as a parent, you should be charged with your children's crimes. Like, I didn't see so many people, like somebody was saying like their grandmother lived in Winton Terrace. And they like, I don't know, this happened 2 days before, but they said that some kids broke every handle off, they like trying to get into the grandma car. They broke all her handles off her car. And it was like, her car insurance don't cover that. So he like, my uncle had to come out of their pocket. Like, everybody don't have money to be fixing stuff because your bad ass kids want to tear up my stuff.
Right.
Like, it's just not okay.
I get it.
You don't get to destroy other people's property. And then, the sad thing be like, the mamas ain't got nothing, so you can't sue them. Like, so yeah, I'm sorry. It's a lot of people, they need to bring back orphanages or something, because these people, they don't want to parent their kids. They really don't.
I mean, I think it's an obvious thing for me. I think it does have a lot to do with parenting, because number one, I don't know if this 12-year-old wanted to be in that position, because I'm just learning that he was being babysitted. This is all hearsay.
Yeah, like, I don't think this, I truly, based off, like I said, based off my sister, my family member knowing, and like they went to these people's house, everything. Mm-hmm. It wasn't that this little boy, like, they tried to paint the narrative like it was like him and like 2 other 13-year-olds that was just out stealing cars. Nah, he was in the wrong place. But at 12, you don't make decisions at 12. Like, my daughter don't make no decision. Like, if I ask her, like, hey, what you want to eat? If she say this and I don't feel like doing it, we not eating that. Like, 12-year-olds don't make decisions. You make decisions for 12-year-olds.
Right. But what if this happened? And I'm just playing what if because of the different things that I've heard. I think, what happens if you say, okay, I'm a parent and I have a 12-year-old and he's going to go with this 18-year-old, that's his babysitter because I'm at work or something like that. And the babysitter turns out to be this guy that's out running around, and I don't know who was all in that circle of stealing cars. Okay. I'm from what you said.
They didn't say that this was this boy's brother. They didn't say that it was the boy's sister. He was with I don't know if it was a cousin. I don't know who he was with. But like, you don't leave kids with people. You're not going to tell me this 18-year-old was a responsible 18-year-old, because if he was, he wouldn't have been out.
Well, first
at
of all,
11 o'clock at night with no 12-year-old. You'd have been like, oh man, I can't come out. I got to watch my little cousin.
Yeah, let's be honest. Let's not be naive, folks. All of us. We pretty much know the caliber of people we dealing with. If you drop your kid off with somebody, you know who you dropping your kid off with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It goes back to the mama. Like, it's different if he was with grandma. It's different if he was with an aunt. Like, an 18-year-old should not be responsible for no kid, and you're not about to take, like, if he had a kid out at 11 o'clock at night, he not feeding that kid. Like, he's not a babysitter.
Well, let me just say this. So it makes, I'm just going to put my 2 cents into what you're saying. My daughters used to babysit at 18 years old. Okay. 16 years old, they were babysitting, but they had duty. They understood to keep the kid in the house, have activities to do in the house.
This is also a male family member. That's what I'm saying.
And like, my children were not the caliber of kids that were going to go out and run in circles of stealing cars. So my kids were reliable babysitters. But I'm only using that narrative because of what you just said of this guy was supposedly some older family member or some older kid was supposed to be watching this kid. I still think it's neglect when you use someone. It's sad because I can't honestly say that a 12-year-old was born to steal cars or to be a thug or to rip and ram the streets.
And like I said, the sad thing, the little boy was so little, like he was a little bitty boy. Like he wasn't even, if he's 12 years old, you'd be like, you are not 12. You look like you're 16. No, he looked like he was 12. Like all day he looked 12. So that makes sense if they saying that the gun, like, he shot and the bullet went through the car. Because I'm like, anybody who would have saw it as small as this little boy, if he would have got out the backseat running, He looked real 12. He looked 12. Like he didn't look like a teenager.
Yeah,
He looked 12.
that's what makes me say I don't think that this man who shot into the car, like I said, I'm not trying to justify
They
it or
said the baby mama said that he got 4 kids. Like I know he wouldn't have shot if he could have moved
I don't think that, you know, I don't even know what this dude,
not a baby face child, not
Yeah,
a baby.
yeah.
Like he looked like a baby.
Yeah, I don't
like,
know what this guy has pending. I don't know what his rap sheet, you know, his folder look like. I don't know any of that. But what I do know is that these kind of guys, even street dudes, they not out here
They
beefing with no
not no
12-year-old.
babies.
I don't know. He looked his age, if not younger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He's
I'll
a
say
10,
younger.
12-year-old little kid. And I don't think that this man, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt of what this tragedy is. I don't think he would have done that. But let me just say this. These are the repercussions of our 10 and our, this is the youngest I've seen so far. This is the repercussions of the 12-year-olds, 13, 14, and 15 and 16-year-olds out here that are doing something. This is a regular occurrence of these car thefts.
But
this is a regular
not
street
even,
thing
not
that's
even
going
just that. I'm talking about in the last 2 weeks, Wyatt. You are a shitty parent. If in Cincinnati, you like, oh hell no, all these kids then got shot, with the exception of the little boy in Wyoming, which neither one of them boys lived in Wyoming, messing up them people, property taxes, and they say they.
Oh, neither one of them were residents of Wyoming out there.
Huh?
You said,
I don't live in Wyoming, but neither one of them was Wyoming resident.
Okay, you said neither one of them were residents of Wyoming.
Somebody lived in Lachlan, and the little boy that was the shooter, I think they said they was from the city.
Okay, so these were city
and they
dudes.
caught an Uber or something.
To meet up to buy a gun, or was it something
Yep.
else?
Meet up to buy a gun from the 15-year-old.
Okay.
But the crazy thing is, even though the 15-year-old shouldn't have had no gun, the crazy thing is the 14-year-old had no intention of buying it. Like, he's so much of a damn criminal. He like, man, we about to steal this from him.
Oh, they was trying to get it.
Like, y'all is on some other stuff. Like, y'all for real think y'all grown. Like, not you gonna try to steal the gun. Like, just stupid. Like, all of them, like I said, they're criminally minded. Like, from little bitty kids. And they don't even have to be. So you not looking at it like they kids, like kids that my generation or the next generation, like our kids we didn't get bad till we was, through puberty. These kids is 12, 13, 14. You ain't did nothing. The little boy that got shot that was out at 1 o'clock in the morning, like his sister was like arguing that he was supposed to be with his girlfriend at 1 o'clock. I'm like, ma'am, at 1 o'clock, he is not supposed to be with his girlfriend. He is supposed to be in the house. It's a 10 o'clock curfew. Right. That was last Sunday. But like his sister was in like this group, like, I'll whoop anybody ass who say my mama a trash mama. Like, no, boo, your mama a trash mama because she got 2 crash outs right here. You trying to fight because people saying your brother should have been in the house. And your brother got pictures, of him with a gun, smoking weed. Like, nah, your mama's a terrible parent. That don't mean she's a terrible person, but parenting is not. She is failing at parenting. She got 4, 5 kids or 4 kids, and 2 of them is crashed out. That's a 50% parenting rate you gotta have, boo. Like it's sad that you getting murdered at 1 o'clock in the morning. But if you was in your house and a bullet went through the window or something, that's one thing. You ain't supposed to be out no 1 o'clock in no morning. You think you grown.
Here's the problem that I have. I do have a problem with other kids. See, it's not, let me just say this. It's not just the 12-year-olds' parents that are the problem here, okay? It's the other children's parents that, the convincers, the ones that are manipulating the 12. I don't think the 12-year-old woke up that day and said, we're going to steal a car tonight. I think he was influenced, and I think not just the 12-year-old parent has to be looked at here. I think you have to look at the parents of all the children that were involved, because you got to stop. You got to nip this shit in the bud of all these kids feeling like they're invincible and then having somebody be the ringleader. I would bet $1 in a donut that this 12-year-old was not the ringleader of what happened that night. You see what I'm saying? And
no, he wasn't.
Yeah, and that's generally how these younger kids get involved. It's always some other kid who got a badass parent who ain't watching him or her, and they're influencing other kids. Those are the parents we got. Like, my mother kept me away from kids who parents didn't watch their kids. My mother always knew she could look at a kid. She can look at the situation and how that kid is living and could show. She would tell me, nah, you can't hang with him. I know his mama. His mama ain't shit. I say that all the time on here. Or she'll say, nah, I know how his mama live. I know him. I know their family. I know them. And we just need our parents. It's not just a 12-year-old. I just want to say this for the record. My position is you can't just look at the 12-year-old. Amber, your phone is it's making noise back there. Just put us on mute for a second until you talk. But you can't just look at the 12-year-old here and say that his parents are the problem. You're talking about a 12-year-old kid. Yeah, it's very easy. We don't know the story. We don't know the backstory. We don't even know how this 12-year-old ended up in the car. We don't know how he ended up with another kid. We don't know the story on that. We don't know if the parents thought he was somewhere else and the kid may have just, he had maybe he jumped, you just never know. We don't know. But what we do know is he was with another group of kids. And there was probably some influence from those kids. There was another child that got shot. Did somebody just put that up in there too? That 14-year-old didn't want to give the gun up. Oh, you're talking about out in Wyoming. But
yeah, that was Wyatt.
All I'm saying to you, Amber, is we got to look at the full circle of this thing. All the kids that were involved. Everybody's focused on the 31-year-old man that shot. He wouldn't be locked up today if those kids wasn't out there stealing cars. And we got too many different. It's the police shooting them. The citizens are now shooting them. So now, what is going to be the deterrent of keeping kids from stealing cars? I'll bet you $1 to a donut it'll be stolen car happening tonight.
Yeah, I hope it's not no more children getting murdered. This has been a crazy, murderous summer. But my kids wouldn't go outside. They just wouldn't go outside. My daughter, she's 11. She go to camp. But it's too much going on right now.
Yeah,
Keep y'all in the house.
I agree. I don't know what to say about this, Amber. I really don't. I know what we need to do to change it. If we don't start holding parents accountable, a lot more situations like this is going to happen. I'll be honest. I think this is a wake-up call for the 30-plus-year-olds. I don't think that they'll be shooting at cars because when this man got charged with murder right away, that was a wake-up call. Anybody 30 and older probably knows, bro, let the car just go. All right. But I think there's more to it than what we understand here. I just think that there's more to it. I think that there was probably something that made this man do what he did outside of just his car was being stolen. I think there was a threat that was posed somewhere down the line, or he was trying to prevent something other than the car theft from happening.
Let me ask this, Wyatt. So if I don't know, me and your cousin, we decide if we're gonna go on the ride and I tell her to pull over. I go in the bank, I rob the bank, and I tell her to pull off. If the police arrest, if they catch us, I'm gonna go to jail for robbing the bank, and so is Mika, right?
Okay.
My thought is with the kids that so the 18-year-old that he was with, and I think they said it was a 13 or 15-year-old that got shot too. Another kid also got shot, right? Would those kids be charged? Because I thought if something happened where it's a crime that's being committed or a felony, don't you get charged with the death of your friend or whatever?
You can.
You know what I'm talking? You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, you can be charged. My thing is, you can be charged for murder.
The only one that seemed like they're gonna get for real charged is the dude, the 31-year-old, and I think he should get something. But most of us understand where he was coming from.
No. All I'm telling you is that guy got a really strong hill to climb, and the reason being is because, from my understanding, he's a convicted felon.
Yes.
Okay, yep. And he should not have had a weapon on him in the first place, especially if he's not defending himself. It would be a different story if there was a body on the doorstep or inside his property or something like that, or the kid was in the back seat and he was in the front seat. And maybe they had a gun to his head and he was defending himself. But I'll be honest with you, I don't see any out. I don't see an out for him. No, I don't see an out for him because, number one, it's a weapons under disability charge. They'll probably, the murder will supersede that, so they probably won't even charge him weapons under disability. But I'm just saying he probably had no business with a gun in the first place. I just don't agree that he should have shot, but I don't know the circumstances. They just picked the wrong guy. They picked the street dude, obviously, and street dudes don't play that shit. And unfortunately, you know, the guy wasn't shooting just to be shooting. He was shooting to kill. And that's what they're going to say in court. His intent was to hit the target, and he did. And it happened to be a 12-year-old.
Yeah, but he, you know, hit somebody who was in the back. It wasn't like the little 12-year-old was driving.
Well, he shot the car. He shot the car. He shot whatever was in the car. And that's what he was going for. So he's going to be charged with murder with the intent. He had, you know, and it all depends on how he did it. If he went in, if he had the gun on him and he pointed it as it was going down the street, that's one thing. If he seen the car going down the street, or them breaking in, and he went inside, grabbed his gun, and then came out, and by the time he came out, it was riding down the street, they could call that premeditated. Because he
knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he could have taken it in different. He could have done something different. He could have called the police. You know, he could have done some things that would have prevented him to be in that defense mode. You see what I'm saying? So this man is going, unfortunately, I hate to say it.
He's going to jail. My thing is, he shouldn't be the only person.
No.
Like, okay, yep, he should because of what you just went through. But my thing is, okay, well, do the person who actually stole his car, like, so even if the little boy and the 18-year-old family member didn't know that the car was stolen, okay, whoever stole the car, the driver, are they going to be charged? Like, you know what I'm saying? My thing is, like, it needs to be justified. Everybody needs to be in trouble. The mama should be charged. The police just said they're going to start charging parents if their kids are out past curfew. Even though her son died, your kid was still out past curfew.
Yeah, in a case like this, they should go ahead and do the curfew law. But it's simply a misdemeanor, okay? It's really just a misdemeanor. It's going to be, but what it does is it does send a message. Even though there's not going to be much of a penalty, at least enforce the law that you have on the books. That's all I ask. At least give it a try. Give it a shot. Because I look at it like this. I think this could have been prevented a long time ago. We've been talking about curfews and all that on this show since we started. And I'm going to be honest with you. If they pursue, remember, I don't know if you heard me say this. If the curfew laws were put in place and being executed, this 12-year-old may have been picked up before he had an opportunity to even go steal a car. You never know. Yeah. It could have been a preventative thing. Maybe a parent would say, hey, I'm not going to leave my kid with John because I know John be out there, you know, in them streets or whatever it might be. He'll have my baby out there late. I don't know. But I think that if you don't start charging these parents for a law that's on the books, I think that, you know, at least try. And when you hear somebody say something like, well, when we try to do the curfew, we just don't know if we can handle it. That's, to me, I used this example before. That's like saying if 200 people ran in a bank to rob it with guns, that you wouldn't arrest any of them because you don't have a place to put 200 people. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to say they don't enforce the curfew law because they don't have any way to facilitate the kids. And I'm saying to myself, well, do that. Find somewhere that you can put these kids before you even put the laws on the books and then execute, you know, the law. That's all you have. That's what I think they need to do first. But, you know, there's people that just don't believe that the curfew is going to do anything. And I say, give it a shot, you know, and then here's the other thing. You got people that have been preventing certain groups like Vortex and all these groups that used to cut down on crimes like this. This could have been prevented, but you got a temperature of people in Cincinnati that don't want certain policing. And when you don't have certain policing, it opens up the door for things like this to happen. You see what I'm saying? It opened up the doors for stuff like this to happen because, you know, you do look around, you do look down the street both ways when you're a criminal out here on the streets and you know there's Vortex or you know there's these little special units out here that, you know, that crack down on you. You do move a little bit different. But when you don't see anything out there, man, they just recklessly doing this. And if you don't believe me, tune in tomorrow because I'm going to show you a video of these young people from Cincinnati up there to Dayton to Columbus. It's not a Cincinnati problem. This is a metropolitan problem. It's a city thing. This is going on everywhere. It's not
you
just
see them
Cincinnati.
kids? Did you see them teenagers shooting in? I think that was Philly.
Yeah, on the porch. Yeah, come on, man. Wild West, man. And these kids they don't care what they shooting at down the street.
and had all those, like, it was so many girls that was on the porch, and like the two guys that was, maybe they was shooting, you know, maybe they was the target, but I'm like, they don't even care that they put like 25 other people in danger. Like, that's what I said, like, my kid, I'm so happy my son just go to HVAC school and play the game and go to work. That's it. Like, because these people crazy. Like, they're insane.
They are. All right. Hey, Amber, I got to get out of here. I'm at the end of this. All right. I appreciate you tuning in.
Have a good one, Wyatt.
All right. Thanks for engaging with us. Well, listen, man, I had fun. I guess. I don't know. It started out a little rocky. We got back on track, though. The train fell off the track at the beginning. We got back on track. Let's continue this conversation tomorrow. I got video. I'm going to learn more about this case. I know that the guy got like a $3 million bond. Someone put it in the chat. And I'll get some more details of the case, a little bit more. I'll hear some of the family say their thing and try to have a better understanding of the kid. You can look at the parents. I think not only of the deceased kid, rest his soul, I feel sorry for that kid. I feel sorry for that kid's parents. I do, because, but to be honest with you, I think every child in that car, I think you have to look at their home situation as well. I don't think that 12-year-old woke up that day. Was it yesterday, day before? I don't think that 12-year-old woke up saying, I'm about to go steal a car today. I've been 12. I've told some friends no. I was 12 living in the Fay apartments. We had some people. We had some people that did things. You know what I mean? There's a very, very it's a fine line between what I see this 12-year-old did and what I did sometimes as a 12-year-old. We might have went to somebody's house and stole a bike. I probably could have got shot for that, but I'm just saying, huge difference when you go into somebody's crib, still in the car in today's society than stealing a bike, but I feel sorry. This is going to sound bad. I do feel sorry for the gentleman that shot the kid. I can guarantee you in his gut, in his soul, he hates himself right now. I'm not saying I feel sorry for him because he's going to go to jail for his decision and his choice of shooting. I feel sorry for him because in my gut, I'm getting a feel that I don't think he knew who he was shooting. I just don't believe it. But now, Preston just said something. He said, it's happening by design. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I already know it is. I already know this is by design. And it's done. It's done. It's in place. I'll finish that tomorrow. I'll tell you. Yeah, Preston, you're on point. You're on point. This is why they release these kids right back into the environment that they get caught up in. This is why they don't have big bonds. This is why they release them. What judge would release a 12, 13, or 14-year-old to a parent that you obviously see is neglecting their child? Why would you think that when you releasing a kid to its family member or to its mother or father, and they already playing with guns and doing things out here, why would you think that's a wise thing to do? There's obviously a failure there. What's the point in having 2020 if you only going to, and 2020 is the child, facility. What's the point in having that place if all you're going to do is take them there once they didn't committed the third crime of their life, and now we're going to start locking you up? I get it. First crime, you might let them go home to mama. Let them go home to dad, get the, whatever punishment they have coming. But guys, I'm telling y'all, I see this shit. I've seen it. You got an 18-year-old put in front of a judge on a gun charge. Y'all remember this. I use this as an example every time, and this example certainly fits the mold of what you see going on. You have a 18-year-old that catches a gun charge. The judge gives him an OR bond. Let him go home and drop him off right into the environment that he came from. A week later, he catches he gets a gun or whatever, and he gets into a cross shootout. Get into a shootout with a guy. An 8-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 6-year-old get hit by those shots. Had absolutely nothing to do with this stuff that they was into. The 6-year-old and the 9-year-old make it out okay. But then the 8-year-old is now confined to a wheelchair and needing assistance to live. You got to ask yourself, why would you let an 18-year-old who had no way of getting home to his mom or dad or whatever, why would you just let them out and say, come back to court on such and such day? Why would you allow? And then within the next week or two, they get in a cross shootout and all that damage. Now you want to give that kid some type of confinement to keep him off the street. I can tell you this, those decision makers don't live in those neighborhoods. And they would choose to do things different if they were releasing these people into their neighborhoods. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, 1 o'clock right here. Holla.
Now who that old bread sucker trying to hang with the clique? Slugging like you came with the clique, or would you bang with the clique if it was thick? Or do you just write tips? The player, I don't know, you better tell me who you with. If you ain't with the squad, you bound to get charged. Sucker boys run their mouth, true players run the yard. Round here we blow trees, don't deal with OBs. You saw bad cookies, might be the police. Alright? Trying to in my show. Trying to get up in my crew.
Me and my girls rolling deep, represent the zone. Bunch of fly is when we ride it's on. See them, door pause, dropping digital phones, asking me where you from, cause they want to clone. Them lines they spit, they won't my but game be whack. I turn my back, then hit it, licking it, sticking it, till it friends that you this. When you know your gift is hot, I shit, this say who that? No chance, blew that. Who said this rope this had his own blows to this? Don't you deny, don't need to try. You making claims that you made with the five. Don't know your name, it still remains that you would say you so lame. Every time they turn back, burn track, say they earn stack picture that same name and the one who that why.
Who that? Huh? Who that? Trying to get up in my crew.